All right, guys, we should be live. Thank you all so much for waiting patiently. Definitely going to have some interesting conversation today. Feeling a little bit re-energized, I guess. Appreciate all of you who hung out with me yesterday for the 4 hours we streamed the Xbox event. And to my dismay, the Square Enix event. Wasn't expecting to stream that, but oh yeah, we definitely have some things we're going to be talking about today. Just gonna wait. I know some people are refreshing their stream and whatnot. Sir Speaks a Lot, you're saying, hold on, MBG. The chat is beefing and I want in. Oh, there's gonna be some beef today in the chat. For sure. I've had more time to think about everything, to process everything that has went down. And yeah, I definitely have some things I want to talk about. I didn't do Press X podcast yesterday for obvious reasons. I was thinking about doing the episode today, but I figured instead we'll just do an off the cuff. Not necessarily, I mean, I guess it's a little bit of a reaction stream, but I wanted to do something just a little bit more, I don't know, I guess you could say freeform jazz. I don't know what you would call it. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know why this continues to happen the way it does. I was gonna title this stream, well, that's it. I guess Sony's done. I guess Sony should throw in the towel. Seeing how some people are reacting, it's expected. It's expected. I put out a poll for you guys to vote on. Let me scroll down just a little bit here. Put out about 4 hours ago, asking you guys how you would grade Xbox's E3 2021 showcase. So it hasn't been out that long, but it's definitely garnered a lot of votes. 11K votes, which is definitely higher than I would normally get after 4 hours. And seems, the general consensus is it's sitting at a B, which I think is definitely fair. But yeah, we need to talk about, some conversations that are happening right now, some narratives that are being spun. I streamed for 4 hours yesterday. There may be some people sitting here like, dude, maybe you should talk positively about Xbox, talk about the good things. I'm going to tell you right now, that's what you're expecting in the stream. You should probably not watch the stream unless you're just looking for some entertainment. I say this because I talked yesterday about all of the good things I saw with Xbox's show. And, I think that the number one thing Microsoft did well with their show yesterday, that I firmly believe this too. I think just the amazing pacing of the show and how it was just back to back to back to back to back. Like you didn't have a second to process anything. And pretty much everything they showed off looked relatively good, right? Like there was nothing that stood out that was like, oh my God, that's horrible. That's bad. I think it just left people with this feeling of like, yeah, that was really good. And I've been thinking, I've been sitting back and I've been thinking like, did I, because I was shocked. I was shocked yesterday. I'm not going to lie to you. I was shocked at, checking Jeff Keighley's poll. Jeff Keighley's not the be all end all, but he's known for these polls right after these events and he gets a ton of votes. I don't know where it's sitting at now. I haven't checked, but I remember yesterday when I checked and I saw that it was sitting at an A. It was sitting at an A, and I was like, I told you guys I felt kind of disconnected. And I won't lie to you. I was holding back a little bit yesterday. I was, because the truth is, like, I don't want to be that dude. Like, when everybody's out here being like, that was amazing. Oh my God, my mind's blown. I don't want to be the dude to come out and be like, but I don't know about that. I just wanted to make sure that I put more thought into it before I decided to talk more about, you know, I guess like the things I didn't like so much about the event, and why I kind of think, look, I know it's kind of like expected. Like, this is the role I play on YouTube and whatnot. Like, I know people aren't going to expect me to come out here and be like, oh my God, that Microsoft conference was amazing. They did it. They made the comeback. Even if that is what they did, I know people are not expecting that. I like to think that I would be fair enough to you know, let people know if I really thought that. All right, so anyway, I'm beating around the bush here. All right. So I was thinking about Starfield, okay? And here we go. You're saying, MVG, I'm here to see the damage control. Very excited. Well, hey, man, as long as you're here, it's all good. I don't, to be honest, look, you're going to perceive this however you want. I want it to be known I do not speak for the entirety of the PlayStation fan base at all. In fact, I don't even speak for my audience right now. I'm just speaking for me. I'm just giving you my honest to God thoughts on kind of, after letting it marinate and process a little bit on what was shown. It's not so much damage control. It's just, I've been looking at things and just processing it and seeing some reactions, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Something is not sitting right with me. But again, I want it to be known that Xbox, like, if you were to ask me, like, MBG, do you think this was Xbox's best event ever? I mean, ever, I don't know about that. I can't say that I've seen every event. In recent memory, I mean, yeah, it is easily their best show in quite some time. So I'm not trying to take that away. People ask me about the mini fridge. Yeah, dude. I was hoping for some Xbox Body Spray 2.0. But hey, maybe one day. Straight from VA1, you're saying that show was a C at best. CGI trailers, barely any gameplay from their first part outside of Forza. But dude, that, don't you understand? That's not what matters. What? You expected more gameplay? You expected less CGI trailers? You expected to see more first-party games that are going to be coming out in the next 6 months? What are you, crazy? No, dude. No. Game Pass. Best deal in gaming, bro. Come on. Did you not see how photorealistic Forza looked? Half of this is sarcasm, honestly. But honestly, straight from VA1, you do point out some of the things that I want to talk about. Okay? I want to talk about it. I really do. Let's start with Starfield. Okay? I need you, chat, please tell me if I am an insane person. Tell me if I'm crazy here. Was this game not hyped to the nth degree prior to this show? I mean, were people not every day, all night, day in, day out, talking about Starfield this, Starfield that, Starfield leak, Starfield rumor, Starfield, right? Like, that's, I swear that, dude, am I losing my mind? Was that not the way it was? And on top of that, there was a large portion of people. Now that's fine. That's fine. Like, talking about Starfield and hyping it, no problem. No problem. I took the stance. I said, guys, look, I'm telling you, I think Starfield's going to have to be the thing. It's going to have to be the thing. I don't know if Halo Infinite can be the thing. Starfield's going to have to be the thing. And I don't think I was the only one who had that stance. And it's like, there was a lot of people on top of that being like, oh, dude, Halo and Starfield dropping at the same time. It's going to happen, bro. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Jason Schreier's saying maybe not, maybe late 2022. And that's fine too. Like, these are not bad things. Okay. I'm not saying these are bad things, but these are things that existed prior to the show that it's like, suddenly it's like, what? Like, oh, Sir Speaks a Lot. You're saying take out the multi-plats and timed exclusives. PC can stay if you like. what would you grade the show then if it was purely Xbox content? Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. Don't worry. I'm going to get there. And then we have Hawk of Light. You're saying Young, yeah, rated a 7 out of 10. And others like Happy Console Gamer, David Jaffe, Dreamcast Guy, among others, said it was good but not amazing. Well, that's what I gave it. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Maybe a 7.5, but mainly a 7, which I think still counts as, I mean, I know if you're like grading, that's like technically a C, but I count that as like a B minus, you know, if you're being lenient. We have Ex Cathedra, you're saying, figured they had something huge to close the show since they showed Starfield and Halo so early. Went out with a whimper conference. Was okay. Dude, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I don't know. I went back and I like looked at, I like watched myself reacting to that Redfall game that they closed with. And I literally looked angry, and I like didn't realize I looked that angry. I wasn't trying to, but I was legit like pissed off. Like this is it. This is what you close with. Like the show, I feel like the closer could have made that show easily an A, depending on what they decided to close with. Let's see here. John, you're saying, had my girl watch. She felt the same. Game's uninspired in comparison. Halo looked bad. Ghost shells, clip and fast cuts, bad lighting to hide flaws. Yeah, I mean, I thought Halo definitely had a better showing than it did last year, hands down. But to be honest, I couldn't tell through the stream. It was so compressed. I would have to go and watch native footage, which I haven't done, so I can't speak to it. But I've been hearing mixed things with Halo, honestly. Somebody said that Phil Spencer buried Halo yesterday, and I thought that was an interesting comment to make, because it's like, if you think about it, it's almost like Halo went from being like, this is our flagship franchise, to like, now it's like, okay, let's just show our obligatory, Halo update in the middle of this show. And I was like, I mean, it was nice that they had Joseph Staten talk about it, but it was kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, what does Halo become? What happened? You know? Jay, you're saying, dude, the Horizon Forbidden West gameplay was better than Xbox's whole showcase. Facts. I'm inclined to agree, but I have to admit, I'm much more excited for Horizon than I am for Forza Horizon 5. It's weird saying that, but I definitely am more excited for Horizon Forbidden West. I was thoroughly impressed. I got to say, though, that the big standout for me was how damn good Forza Horizon 5 looked. I went back and I watched that in 4K, and I'm like, okay, see, this is not, all right. Now you're, how's the saying go? Now you're cooking with fire, I guess. But yeah, I agree. I think, I don't know, man. I didn't see any gameplay shown off during this event that made me think like, oh, this can stack up against the gameplay of Horizon Forbidden West that we've seen, or even Returnal or Ratchet and Clank. Like, I didn't see anything like that. I can't count Forza because it's like, Forza's gameplay is going to be incredible. It's a racing game. Like, they have that on lock. Not taking that away from them. But outside of that, I mean, I guess maybe Halo Infinite's multiplayer. Dude, I got to trim my stash. It's like itching me. Like, it's itching my nose. But I guess maybe Halo Infinite's multiplayer, but they didn't really show much of that during the show. I didn't see anything more of it. Figuratively literal, you're saying the conference was a solid B in my opinion. I doubt if Sony came out with that conference, it would be as positively received. I think the contrast with their previous elevated it for most people. During a drought, any water is amazing. And that's a sentiment I'm seeing more often now too. Jacob, you're saying it wasn't disappointing, but you're not impressed. Devakin, you're saying a solid B from this channel is an A in real life. Yeah, you could be. Well, here's the thing, though. A lot of people are saying, just like figuratively literal, thank you for the donation, by the way, buddy. I mean, thank you for all the donations, guys. Figuratively literal is saying, like, dude, you know, it's like a drought. It's been a drought. It's been a drought. So, like, any water is like, oh, my God. Like, yes, like, this is it, you know. And a lot of people were saying this to me. You're like, dude, I don't think you're being I don't think you're too out of touch, too disconnected. Because that's kind of how I was feeling. I'm like, yo, am I like really off the mark on this one? Did I miss something? You know? People are talking about this like it's like, holy shit, man. Like they really did it. And I'm like, I don't really feel that way. I think it was good. Definitely was good. But I don't think that was the big comeback, right? Like the big comeback, like moment. In fact, I think what Jeff Grubb had said prior to the event where he was like, temper your expectations. I think the big year is going to be 2022, which, yeah, I think it could be. David, you're saying if you have Game Pass, the event was amazing, but otherwise it was average. But this year E3 is pretty boring. Yeah, that's another thing too, is it's almost like you can tell that like Xbox is now able to rely on that Game Pass value, right? Where it's like if somebody were to say to me like, yo, MBG, let me tell you something, man. That event was an A because I'm a Game Pass subscriber. I'd be like, you know what, dude, I get it. I can't argue that. Like the value. If you care about Game Pass and you don't care about buying and owning games, there's no denying. Like that's where you go. That's why it's there. And Microsoft is smart to leverage that. But as somebody, I can only speak for myself. I don't care about Game Pass. I like to buy and own my games. That's just how I conduct myself. So for me, it's just kind of like, man, I mean, that's a big win, but I'd rather take all of those Game Pass games that were shown off, and like if I could just kind of put them in a like together, and out of that, instead of getting all those Game Pass games, I get like a 10-minute gameplay demo of like Hellblade 2 or something, even Avowed. Like I'll take that over, that's just me though. By the way, guys, almost 1,250 people here watching, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much. Please hit that like button. Crush that like button for me. Help the stream out. Let me see here. We have Demon05. You're saying all I know is I'm literally constantly blown away by Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, dude. I put out we'll check my Twitter in a little bit because there's some, I don't know, man. I feel like on Twitter I go over there and I like start some fires and I just like kind of walk away from them and I come back and like the whole thing's burned down. We'll check my Twitter in a little bit. There's definitely some stuff going on over there that we're gonna want to pay attention to. Speaking of Ratchet and Clank, let me see. Jim Ryan. Oh, we have Jim Ryan back. Welcome, Jim Ryan. You're saying they removed Cortana from Halo as we all removed her from Windows. Eloquently put, Jim Ryan. You do have a way with words. Disco Cobra. You're saying, what was up with Take-Two today? What even was that Zoom call inclusion conference? Xbox was solid yesterday. Would say at least a B for me. I don't know. Honestly, I can't talk about the take. I didn't tune in, so I don't even know. I don't know if there's an event happening right now. I kind of tuned out, honestly. Like I don't know, man. I'm just not really interested. I know Capcom's going and whatnot, but I'm just at this point. I'm just like, Sony, when you're ready to start talking, I'm here. I'm all ears, all eyes. Xbox for me was the big hurrah when it comes to E3, frankly. Southern Prince 82 saying, was any of the gameplay running on the Series X? You have to assume it was, right? Like I can't imagine it wasn't, but then again, last year Halo Infinite's demo wasn't running on a Series X, so I don't know. Deontay, you're saying Forza Horizon 5 confirmed 4K 30 on the Series X, 1080 30 on the Series S. Funny how they kill PlayStation because it can't do native 4K 60 FPS ray tracing, but silent when Xbox can on a racing game. Okay, so before I speak to this, I did hear this, but hasn't it been confirmed that there will be a 60 FPS mode? I know with Flight Simulator, it has explicitly been confirmed with Flight Simulator that there is no 60 FPS mode. Now look, I'm not going to go too much on this because I understand that Flight Simulator is one of the most demanding games. I think it's amazing that they're even getting it to run on console. But the irony, right? Like these dudes, they come over here, they talk all this smack on like, oh, well, Horizon Forbidden West running at 30 frames, Ratchet and Clank running at 30 frames when these games are being showcased, just to find out you're actually getting a 60 FPS mode anyway, and it still looks really, really, really good. Like, go watch Digital Foundry's analysis of the Ratchet and Clank performance modes. They're phenomenal. So it's like, look, I don't expect a game like Flight Simulator, for as demanding as that is, even the most top-end gaming rigs can't even run that game at 4K 60. I don't expect that, from the series consoles, right? But it's like, don't throw stones in glass houses. Like, that's all it is. Like, just shut it. Like, focus on that and don't worry about Horizon and its frame rate. Don't worry about Ratchet. Like, we're good. We're good over here. It's going to be fine. These games are going to look incredible, Jose, you're saying, don't they have another showcase coming up? Apparently they do. And apparently they're going to be focused on games that are coming in like 2023. I don't know. I don't know. We got a lot to discuss, guys. We got a lot to discuss. Andrew, you're saying Atomic Heart and Replace look really good. I agree. Like, one thing I did appreciate about Xbox's showcase is they did show some smaller titles that were not like AAA, but they definitely piqued my interest, man. I just don't remember the names of most of them. Atomic Heart was that had a fascinating trailer. Replaced looked good. There was that, I don't know if that's the game where it looked like it was Playdead making it, but there were a couple indies that definitely caught my eye, which I appreciated. DV, you're saying Xbox has a lot of AAA games coming. PS used to show games way out. Why can't Xbox? I feel you're only impressed by third-person action adventure games. No, dude. Trust me. Like, I'm a fan of all different gaming genres. I'm not saying that Xbox cannot show their games further out. I mean, they already are, and they have been. My problem is that it's not so, like, my problem with showing games further out is, as much as we want to be excited for them, until we see gameplay, we just don't know. You know what I mean? It's like the Perfect Dark announcement. Like, I don't know what that game is going to be like. Avowed, I have no clue. Hellblade, obviously, it's a sequel. You have a pretty good idea. They're announcing, like, the Outer Worlds 2 right now. It's like, can we just cool it a little bit? Like, Redfall, to me, was the biggest sin that Microsoft committed in yesterday's stream, because it's like, apparently that game is coming in 2022. Same thing with Starfield. And it's like 2 games that are coming out in a year, maybe a year and a half, and you're basically just showing CG trailers. I get the hype, but the reason why, because I know what you're gonna say, the reason why it's okay for Sony to show a teaser for God of War and not show gameplay, and it's okay for us to be hyped, is because, well, A, we have a pretty good idea of what the next God of War is going to be like, quality-wise, thanks to God of War 2018, but B, it's because Sony's also showing a ton of gameplay for their other games while releasing them. Microsoft has not been doing this, and this is why I cannot give their conference an A. This is why I simply cannot agree. Like, if you want to be excited and be like, this was the best show they ever had or whatever, like, sure, but think about the raw gameplay we saw yesterday. It was mainly, the bulk of it came from Forza. Here's the irony of it all. I want you to think about Xbox's 2021 lineup. It's not bad, but it's Halo and Forza. It's still Halo and Forza. Like, the point is, the waiting game is still here. Granted, that waiting game is eased if you're a fan of Forza, if you're a fan of Halo. It's also eased if you're a fan of Game Pass. But for me, even as a fan of Forza Horizon 5, it's like, I think people need to cool it, man. Like, let's not give that, like, I don't know, man. I don't want Microsoft. It's not even Microsoft. It's just, look, I'm seeing articles. I'm seeing people talk about, well, wait till Xbox's 2023 lineup. It's going to blow your way. Like, what the fuck? Like, can we chill? We're not talking about a 2023 lineup. For God's sakes, we're talking about the rest of this year and 2022. Can we get through that before we're talking about a 2023 lineup? It's like, but the amount of studios, but nothing. Like, come on. Like, we got some time, guys. This is the stuff I'm seeing. Get to some of these super chats. E-Man, you're saying you can still purchase games even if you have Game Pass. I don't understand. Plus, you get a discount. Yeah, no, that's true. I'm just saying, like, there's a difference between, like, oh, I like Game Pass. It's a great way for me to try out games. Of course it is. That's amazing that's there and it exists. But surely you see that there is now, like, Xbox is effectively creating a stigma behind buying games. And like, I mean, the amount of rumors of, oh, did you hear this game might be coming to Game Pass? This game might be coming to Game Pass. Like, publishers actually have to come out here and be like, no, it's not. Please buy our game. It's sad. Like, Microsoft is conditioning people to just be like, oh, we love not buying games, so I hope we don't have to buy games. It's like, come on. Like, there's nothing wrong with buying games. There's nothing wrong with developers and publishers wanting you to pay full price for their game, as long as you believe in it and its quality. It's just like John Garvin said. He said if you love a game, then buy it at full effing price. Now look, I don't fully agree with that quote. You want to know why? Because he shouldn't have said if you love a game. How can you know if you love a game if you haven't played it? You can't. What he should have said is if you believe in a game, go buy it at full price. If you believe in a game. Now I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm not saying you should do that. You want to play Back for Blood through Game Pass and not spend a dime on it outside of what you're paying for Game Pass? Okay, that's totally fine. But if that's a game you believe in and somebody says, well, I'm going to buy and own a physical copy of this game, there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm tired of people trying to condemn like PlayStation and its fans and Sony for like, no, there's nothing wrong with doing things a traditional way. Now, if you want Sony to make their own version of Game Pass, well, the market speaks, man. The market speaks. And if the market speaks loud enough and the demand is there, Sony will do it. But we'll have to wait and see. As of right now, it looks like Sony's having no problem selling their games, just based off of what I can see. See, for me, it doesn't matter. Like, if somebody says, well, I want a PlayStation Game Pass, I don't care, but okay. Well, aren't you going to be upset, MBG, if you don't get one? No, I'm not. I don't care about Game Pass. I buy and own my games. That's how I do it. That's how I will always do. I like collecting games. That's what I do. It's what I do. It's not going to change. Maybe one day, in the future, but right now I'm Nosferatu, you're saying, I think the show was good for the Xbox community, but in regards to it being next gen, there wasn't anything showcasing the 12 T-flops of power. Forza looked great, but they needed more gameplay in general. Well, to be honest, I do think Forza Horizon 5 is the first title to actually flex like the Series X and that 12 T-flops. It looked really good. I don't think it looked necessarily better than anything Sony has shown yet. It feels like Microsoft's kind of late to the party here, right? But I do agree, like, the whole next gen, like, I'm going to talk about this because there's a list floating around. I'm sure you guys have seen this list where it's like, Xbox has more next-gen games revealed than Sony. And it's like, oh, my God. Like, these people give me a damn headache. They really do. Devakin, you're saying yes, 4K 30 and a 60 FPS mode with ray tracing. Forza Horizon 5 is still crushing. Yeah, see, I was going to say, that would be absurd if they didn't offer a 60 FPS option for Horizon 5. And I'm glad they are. That's how I would play it. Especially because it's a racing game. You're going to be going pretty fast. Lewis, you're saying Halo's multiplayer looks like Destiny with a different skin. Starfield looks good, but it didn't pull me in. The highlight of the show was Forza, overall a 7 out of 10. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel, man. I'm completely indifferent to Halo. Dude, I'm not going to lie. I truly feel people should be a little bit harder on Microsoft with the way they showed Starfield. I really do. Like, maybe that's just where my expectation was out of whack, but I really think that, like, we should have seen even just a glimpse of gameplay. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess maybe they're going to save that for next year, next year's E3, but I hope it lives up. Apparently, it's in a new engine, which is good. Devakin, you're saying Starfield is going to be big, like bigger than Skyrim. Yeah, I will say, like, that's one thing I'm going to be interested in seeing is this, how big in size, scale, and scope this game really is, Starfield, because it sounds like, it's going to be next gen only. So let's see. I'm going to be interested to see the first gameplay. Sir Holmes, you're saying, I feel great after seeing those low grade games. Microsoft don't want that smoke. Dude, like, look, anybody who's been listening to this channel for some time, you'll know that I've only been wanting one thing from Microsoft, okay? Before, it used to be a couple of things. I used to be concerned that Microsoft was going to abandon the console. They've made it clear they're not. They're not going to abandon the console, and I'm happy about that. I wanted them to make sure that they don't go all in on cloud gaming at the expense of traditional hardware, and they didn't do that either, which all things I'm happy about. Lately, the only thing I've been asking of Microsoft is, please, for the love of God, just give me some higher quality games. And I mean, like, good games. I'm so like, I don't know how else to say it anymore. I feel like I try to word it in all these different ways. I just want good games. And if somebody comes to me, well, these games are good, like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because I have been watching Xbox. I've been paying attention to Xbox for literally years, and they just are not there yet. They're just not. I think Forza Horizon 5 looks incredible, but it's not enough. I'm indifferent to Halo. So if a Halo player comes to me and says, dude, Halo's amazing, I'd be like, that's great, but I'm done with the Halo Gears Forza. You want to show me Starfield? Great, that's great. What's it going to be like? I don't know. Is it going to be great? Am I going to have to assume it's going to be great? I got to trust in Todd Howard? No thanks. Not going to do it. Just not going to happen. I need to see the damn game. Redfall, okay, Arcane, they're a solid studio. I'm sure they'll produce a quality game. Why couldn't you show me at least 1 minute of gameplay? Instead, you have to show me a 5-minute CG trailer. These are the things that were sticking out in my mind yesterday where I'm like, something's wrong here. Like, I can't do it. I just can't. I can't jump on the bandwagon and be like, yeah, guys, Xbox did it. That was the greatest show I ever saw in my life. Xbox made the comeback. Like, Jesus, no, they didn't. Please, let's calm ourselves. Where in God's name is Hellblade 2? Where is it? I need to know. This game was revealed in 2019, and I have yet to see a sliver of gameplay. A sliver of gameplay. Where is it? Because I'll tell you right now, that could be the game. That could be the game for me. All right, I got some super chats I got to get to here. RJ, you retracted your message, but I appreciate it. Sir Holmes, got to you. Skull Crusher, you're saying, I'm just waiting for the day Game Pass prices raise and then everyone has a meltdown. Oh, dude, I'm gonna be laughing when that day comes because you know everybody's gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe Microsoft did this. Like, really? Really? You can't believe Microsoft raised the price of Game Pass after years of keeping it at $10 or $15 for Ultimate? You can't believe it? I'm sure, honestly, I like to think most people are well aware that that's going to happen. By the way, guys, almost 1,550 people here. You guys are awesome. Please hit that like button. Show your support for the stream, for the channel. If you agree with what I'm saying, definitely hit that like button. Master Yoda, you're saying Sony has quality and a consistent track record year after year through different IPs and genres. Microsoft has Crackdown 3 and Sea of Thieves. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is it's like, you know, people say, well, Sea of Thieves is great now. Yeah, it's great now. Where were you? Were you there at launch? Because I was. Let me tell you, it was not great at launch. It was far from it. It had a little bit of allure, and it was cool for a little bit. It took years to make it a great game, you know? And it's like, but like you said, Sony has the consistent track record, and it's like, I don't know. Maybe it really is a situation where it's like people keep saying, like, dude, they were starving over there, man. Like, they're starving, you know? They any morsel they get, it's like a full meal for them. And I kind of like, I get that, you know? I get that. Devakin, you're saying games don't go to Game Pass for free, man. Xbox pays for them. I'm aware of that. I know that. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying, like, again, like, my whole thing is, as it's okay, I'm here to tell you, it's okay to buy a game for full price and own it. Now, if you were to ask me, should you go digital or physical? I'm going to recommend physical because technically with digital, you still kind of don't fully own the game. You have a license for the game. With physical discs, that's a different story. So that's going to be what I recommend. If you still care to buy your games at full price, which turns out a lot of people do, even Xbox fans. That's the silliest thing to me. Are the Xbox dudes who try to like paint this narrative like, oh, haha, PlayStation fans have to pay full price for your games. Like, dude, MLB The Show was the second best selling game on Xbox for the month of April. Okay, so like, I don't know what you're trying to do, but people, including Xbox fans, still like to play their game or buy their games. Chris B, you're saying, what's this about a Thursday showcase? Yeah, I think they're doing like a smaller Thursday showcase where it's going to be, I think, more like dev diaries. I don't think it's going to be like gameplay and stuff. Like, you're going to hear dev diaries from like the developers of Avowed and Ninja Theory with Hellblade. That's my assumption. I have to look more into it. Siler, you're saying Sony is following Nintendo's steps in just being secretive and keeping their mouth shut until they're ready, and clearly it works for Nintendo. Sony does their own thing now, and I love it. That's the thing, man, is it's like, there is a competition between Sony and Microsoft, and it's kind of like a Cold War, a little bit, You could say that, well, Microsoft's doing their own thing and Sony's doing their own thing. It's like, actually, a lot of what Microsoft is doing, it's kind of subtle, right? I mean, just look at Phil Spencer's recent comments. Microsoft is trying to slowly mold the public perception as they are the good guys and your friend who's not going to ask you for a bunch of money, and Sony is the bad guy who just wants all of your money. And they like, Microsoft will review a game like The Last of Us Part 2 internally and give it all the praise in the world, basically saying like, holy crap, this is what games should strive to be. This should be what our teams are striving to create in terms of quality. They'll do that internally, but they will come out with their marketing and be like, well, value, quality maybe, but mostly value. And it's like, can we at least acknowledge that the company that you're trying to paint as the bad guys for charging full price or, charging $70 for games, can we at least acknowledge that it's probably worth it in terms of quality, like bang for your buck? I just checked. I have literally 90 hours in Returnal. Did I think I was going to put anywhere near that amount of time into Returnal? Absolutely not. I thought if I get 30 to 35 hours out of it, that'll more than justify the price I paid. Here I am sitting at 90 hours, and I'm still having a good time with it. So I don't know, man. It's a good thing I didn't listen to what the Xbox dudes were telling me, because they were telling me I was getting ripped off. This wasn't a AAA game. Devakin again, you're saying, bro, let's be real. Forza Horizon 5 looks like the Unreal Engine 5 tech demo level. No, dude, Forza Horizon 5 looks incredible. I'm telling you, it looks near photorealistic. It does. I love it. Darren, you're saying, Catch-22, Microsoft gets crucified if they show gameplay with unpolished graphics, but also gets crucified if they don't show gameplay. No winning with fanboys. See, that's the thing. It's not a Catch-22. Here you go, Darren. You ready? We want to see gameplay that looks polished and good. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. Now, if that's a Catch-22, then I don't know what to say anymore. Then I guess don't show gameplay. It's not hard to do, is all I'm trying to say. Like, it's a thing that exists. Sony does it consistently. Even Nintendo does it. Other publishers do it. Like Microsoft, you can do it too. And you're there. You're almost there with Forza Horizon 5 and maybe Halo Infinite's multiplayer, I guess. But this isn't a crazy thing to request. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. That's not a Catch-22. It's not like I guess you're talking about the Starfield thing. Like, don't get me wrong. If Starfield's not ready to show, you don't show it. But to me, it's just not a good, I don't know. It's just crazy that, like, there's been so much hype, and, like, I still don't know what to expect. That's all. I mean, we got some information from Todd Howard, which I think definitely helps and definitely adds to the hype, but I don't know, man. Like, if the game's not even, like, if you can't even show a snippet, like a small polished snippet of the game now, how am I supposed to believe that a game this massive is supposed to be ready for launch in holiday of 2022? I don't know, man. It just doesn't add up to me. CookX84, you're saying, I'm with that other guy. Forza honestly looks better than anything on PS5, slightly better than Ratchet and Clank. I don't know about that, dude. Well, here's the thing. Like, we have yet to see a game from Sony Studios that is striving to replicate photorealism. I think GT7 is probably the closest thing, but even then, we still it is a cross-gen game like Horizon 5. We haven't really seen much of it, but I don't know. I mean, look, Forza Horizon 5 looks extremely impressive, but it's in terms of photorealism, yeah, I think it definitely maybe achieves more than some, like, you say it looks better than Ratchet and Clank, but, like, are those games really comparable graphically? I mean, we're talking about Ratchet and Clank, a game that's trying to strive for that Pixar look, versus, photorealistic racing game. Maybe we should try to put Horizon 5's gameplay directly up against GT7's whenever we see some more GT7 gameplay, because GT7 looked pretty good. I think people forget about that. I think like the difference is the environments of Horizon 5 lend themselves more so to looking really, really good because there's all these diverse environments. To whereas with GT7, you're talking about tracks. You know what I mean? It's a little bit different, but John, you're saying 16 games shown to be on PlayStation, Stalker 2 and replaced. Yeah, dude, apparently Stalker 2 is a 3-month timed exclusive, and that's nice. That's a nice little perk for Xbox fans, but as somebody who's interested in that game, I will just wait. And honestly, I'll just wait. There's no reason for me to, dive in. Although it does have the Game Pass advantage, like I said, if you're interested in that. Oh my God, Devakin, come on, man. Come on. Do I mean the 5-hour Pixar game with some bugs? Let's not let's not talk about bugs yet until we get our first Bethesda game, until we get Starfield. Let's wait. Let's hold off. Let's talk about bugs then. I've not heard much about Ratchet & Clank being buggy, by the way. Figuratively, literally, you're saying a bit of a side note, but MLB 21 is number 3 on the May NPD, so it's interesting to see how well it's doing despite being on Game Pass. I tried to tell everybody when it was announced that MLB was going to Game Pass. I'm like, yeah, dude, I get it. Like Xbox and Phil Spencer dunking on PlayStation because Game Pass, we took your game, we put on Game Pass. Watch how many millions of people still buy it at full price because they just don't care. Like I said, people like to buy and own their games. It's a thing that people like to do. I don't know how else to explain it. It's not rocket science, but yeah, it is interesting. Leo S, you're saying, hey, ABG, long-time lurker, first-time ranter, always been a PS guy, but never cared about console wars. I'd cop a Series S. Halo looks pretty good. Can't argue with that, man. That's exactly what Microsoft wants. They want... The Series S is for that person that's like, I want to invest in the Xbox, but not that much. Not that much. And they're like, we got the Series S for you, buddy. So thank you for that, man. John Slam Lee, you're saying, good variety of games shown, but most of them are just CGI trailers. Also, some trailers were just ads for Game Pass. Outer Worlds trailer was funny. I gotta admit, Outer Worlds was funny, dude. Like, I really loved that they were just like, we don't care. We're just going to make fun of ourselves. I love that. See, if you're going to do a trailer like that for a game that far out, that's exactly how you do it. 1 second here. Okay. All right, let me see. Ryan Butcher, you're saying, don't be so hard on the showcase, MBG. All the third-party games make it more of a Sony show than Xbox. Well, here's the thing. It's weird because it's like my personal feelings on the show are going to be perceived as me trying to dump on Xbox. And it's difficult because it's like, I'll put it to you this way. Let me put it to you this way. If the standard or the bar that needed to be cleared for everybody to think that Xbox had a really good show was here, my bar was, I guess, and I think it's obvious at this point, was kind of like here. Not like here, but like here. And it didn't get there. That's why I'm giving it a B. But the things that, again, that weren't done nearly as well as they could have been are the things that really bother me. This is a situation where it's what was lacking stands out to me more than what was actually there. Maybe that's just because I had very little interest in what was actually there. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was some good third parties. Again, Stalker 2, if Stalker 2 was a full exclusive, maybe the conversation would be different, But again, Starfield, lack of actually seeing that game in action at all, it's bothersome to me. It's bothersome a little bit. If they can't show it, they can't show it, but it still bothers me. It bothers me that the most gameplay we got from another Xbox E3 was Forza Horizon. Guys, it's great. It's amazing. Thank you. This is the opposite of what last year's disastrous Halo Infinite showcase was, but can we please get something different? Even when I think we're finally going to get it. I honestly, guys, I'm telling you, when Phil said, oh, and one more thing, I really thought, like, this is it. This is going to be where they showcase, like, 5 to 10 minutes of raw gameplay for a new IP that's going to blow us away. And it's like 5-minute CGI trailer. I'm like, oh, cool. You know, that game doesn't look generic by any means. I don't know, man. Like, it's weird because even games like Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, Bethesda Studios, but they're timed PlayStation exclusives. We've even seen gameplay of those games. Like, it's so weird. Like, I don't get it. I'm not trying to be hard on them because, like, they had a good show. It's just I have issues with it. And I know it's like, well, dude, of course you're going to have issues, but it's like, the main thing is I do not agree with the general consensus. I wouldn't be talking about it as much if it's like, if I were to turn to, if I'm looking in most corners and they're like, yeah, they could have used more gameplay. I mean, it's a little bit disheartening that the only gameplay really we got was a little bit of Halo multiplayer and Forza Horizon 5. It's like, yeah, but that's not what people are saying. Let me see here real quick. Still have more super chats I have to get to here. Okay, so let me see here. We have Siler, you're saying, I still give credit to Game Pass. They have a lot of high quality games day one, but even though I'm buying Starfield and definitely Stalker and not renting. Yeah, I don't like this notion that, like, oh, if you don't say it's good, then you're a clown and there's something wrong with you. Like, dude, like, no, that's not how it is. Like, just like things aren't perfect with PlayStation, there are things that people criticize about PlayStation that can be like, yeah, people will ask me, well, like, dude, how come? So let me put it to you this way. Everybody's like, oh, dude, you give PlayStation a pass on everything they do. You're right. I give PlayStation a pass on not everything. A lot of things they do wrong, right? Because they get the most important things right. So I guess in all actuality here, what we're seeing is I think more people are giving Xbox a pass and they're being more generous with, like, yeah, that was a great showcase, because it's like, well, look at what they did last year and the year before that, and just look at how it's been for them for years. You know what I mean? Let me see. Jessica, you're saying my Sony presentation dream showing PlayStation VR 2, 20 to 30 games, 2 hours or so runtime with an orchestra. Let's go. Sounds pretty good to me. See, that's the thing, is like, you talk about 30 games shown. How many of those games are going to be from Sony's first party? I think it's a safe bet that a pretty decent amount, right? How many of those will actually be gameplay trailers? I'm going to say a pretty decent amount, right? How many of those are going to be CG trailers? Hopefully not that many. Dude, trust me, I will give Sony just as much flack if they put on some kind of show and it's like all CG trailers or like mostly CG trailers. Then again, if they show God of War gameplay, I mean, come on, you're going to sit here and try to tell me that Forza Horizon 5 gameplay is going to stack up against raw God of War gameplay? Get out of here. No, it's not. It's just not. Maybe Hellblade 2, depending on how good that could be. But we don't know. We don't know. That's the problem. We don't know. I don't know. I want to know. Figuratively literal. You're saying it. No, an extra note too. Returnal maintained its position at number 8 on the May NPD. Yeah, dude. Exactly. Like, I saw that and I was like, I'm so happy to see that Returnal is it's still hanging in there, dude. People are still buying this game at full price. And that's word of mouth, because people are realizing, like, maybe this game is actually the real deal. Maybe it's pretty good. Again, I put 90 hours into it. I would recommend it to anybody. As long as you're able to overcome difficult challenges in games, you'll love it. It's a great game. I genuinely thought I wasn't going to be able to beat it, by the way. At one point, I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. And now I'm, like, literally just breezing through it, which is great. Still get my, still get my ass handed to me from time to time, but it's a, far cry from what I expected. Master Yoda, you're saying, why don't Xbox guys understand we do not mind paying for quality? The experiences Sony provides us is worth every penny. I want to support them. That's why I'm saying, dude, like, I can't stand the just crap that we see online. And I know people are like, oh, you shouldn't let it bother you. It's like, I wouldn't if I didn't start to see it bleeding into like, okay, now it's becoming like a narrative thing that people, that the mainstream and casuals are starting to latch onto, where it's like, dude, we like what PlayStation is doing. Don't get me wrong. If I could have access to all of PlayStation's exclusives for $10 a month, people would love that. People would be all over that. But you think you're going to get the same quality? You think you're going to get the same quality? You think that? No, you're not. You're just not. It's not possible. It's not. Sony will tell you. Developers will tell you. Maybe with Microsoft, because they have an infinite amount of money, maybe it is possible. They can just eat and eat and eat and eat that loss over and over and over again, and it has no effect on them. Why? I mean, come on. They paid $7.5 billion for Bethesda. Jay Pierce, you're saying, bro, Starfield has Todd Howard and Bethesda looking like Red Ring of Death, LMAO. I don't know about that. Ian XTN, I don't know if I said your name correctly, but thank you so much for becoming a member, buddy. Really appreciate that. Huge shout out to all my members. You guys are awesome. Appreciate the direct support that you show the channel here. Couldn't do what I do without you guys. Devakin89, you're saying, go watch Jaffe's channel. Why? What's on David Jaffe's channel? Is he live? Is he live streaming me right now? I doubt it. That would be weird. Let me see. David Jaffe. Do gamers like being lied to? Okay, I'm assuming he's talking. I can't watch the video now, but I'm assuming he's talking about Sony. No. Gamers do not like being lied to, or misled. I'm not. See, this is the thing. Is like you're trying to skew the conversation. I already talked about this, dude. Go watch. I think it was my last podcast. Go watch it, dude. I talk all about Sony's misleading with the next gen talk. Okay. I have a whole section dedicated to that. By the way, guys, 1,600 people here. Please take a second of your time. Just it only takes a second. 1 second. Hit that like button. I know you can do it. I believe in you. We can get 800 likes right now if you do what I'm telling you. We could probably get to 1,000 likes if you do what I'm telling you. Make it happen. I believe in you guys. You can do it. Hit that like button for me. B. Flesher, you're saying, MBG, I'm sorry, but you have to try Game Pass one of these days. It's not about renting games. It's about finding out about games you would have never bought. Yeah, so, dude, that's the thing. Is like, that's an angle. You're right. I don't talk about it enough. I got to tell you, you are right about that. You are right. Like, that is I'd say that to me, as somebody who's not interested in it, that is the biggest allure. Is any time, like, the idea that I could find games, or there could be games that I'm unsure about, dropping into it. You know what I mean? I think it's basically like, I don't want to call it like a access to like a, free demos, because they're not free. You're paying for it. But, I got to give you credit. I got to give you credit for pointing that out. That is definitely a big plus. And you're right. Maybe I should try it out sometime. Maybe I should do like a Game Pass review on my channel at some point. I just feel like it's almost like would that even be taken seriously? The Ferrari speed. I don't know why I said Fiera. The Ferrari speed. A consideration is that SIE and Nintendo are entertainment companies. They have infrastructure. Microsoft is a software company. Could explain the quality. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, dude. There's a lot we just don't have the answers to. We don't have the answers to it. Eric Golden, you're saying people don't get it. Car games are used to show off the console. It's normal. People still don't understand this. Plus, most games are multi-plat. I mean, yeah, racing games are always the showcase games, and I think that's why. Really quick, saying, dude, Jaffe's video is not about Sony misleading people in regards to PS5 exclusivity. It's about something he said about Rift Apart being buggy. Let me finish reading that. Being buggy and people trying to dunk on him for that. Oh, okay. All right. I mean, maybe I have to watch it. I had no idea that's what it's about. That does sound pretty interesting. I've seen some people talking about Ratchet and Clank being buggy, but generally speaking, I haven't heard much, honestly. Like I've heard that there's like a couple bugs here and there, but nothing major. I mean, I haven't been looking for it. But yeah, Eric Golden, you're totally correct, man. Forza Horizon 5 is, seeing a game look that good at an Xbox showcase is long overdue, because how long has the Series X been out? The Series X has been out since November. So it's like 7 months. It's like, yeah, like this is the first time we're finally seeing something. How many games has Sony revealed that look just as good, if not better than that, or, and actually release these games? I'm just saying, it's not like it's clear cut. If you want to be happy that they're finally showing it, then be happy that they're finally showing it. But can we please not ignore the fact that this is something that should have been done 7 months ago, prior to that, actually, right? This is frankly something that should have happened last year. And again, maybe that's why people are so high up on it. They're like, finally, you got it right, Xbox. You did it. You did the thing this year that you should have done last year. Andy, you are saying MBG, are you doing any podcasts or willing to jump on as a guest? Thanks. It's hard to say, man. Like, I'm a volatile individual here on YouTube. That's how I'm viewed. Like, I'm a loose cannon. You know what I mean? People don't really invite me on their podcast. Then again, I don't have my stuff open for people to invite me. I have been invited in the past, and, maybe it's something I'll explore later on. Maybe I could start pursuing that. I'm more comfortable. It's not even about comfort, really. It's just, I don't know, man. I like talking with the chat. I like interacting with the chat more so than other panel members, I guess. But maybe that would be interesting. I'm not closed off to it entirely. It's something that maybe I will consider doing, as the channel grows and we go further, people have told me, like, dude, you should try to get on a podcast with like Dealer Gaming and Cold Eastwood and stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's basically just like a boxing match at that point. Like, that's not, I don't think there's going to be any productive conversations with something like that happening. That's just essentially a virtual boxing match that's taking place and everybody's cheering on, it would be entertaining though. You got to admit, just like a boxing match, it would be pretty entertaining. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough because, people label me here on YouTube and I have a certain reputation, and, people, even people who are like PlayStation fans, like they don't want to be around me or whatever. They don't want to talk to me because it's like, I'm too volatile, I'm too whatever. And it's like, I'm just trying to give my honest opinion here, and I'm not trying to shove it in anybody's face per se. I'm just trying to express it here, and if you're interested in it, you're willing to watch and listen. Question mark? Don't worry, I'm actually just about to get to your super chat, man. Look, I want to let you know, you don't have to let me know about missing super chats. You guys don't have to worry about that anymore. I got that taken care of and sorted out. I have it in front of me, so I can see it at all times. So I'm taking my time to get to them. So no worries. All right. Question mark is saying, on behalf of Phil Spencer, I am more excited about the games we didn't show. Dude, look, granted, it's not Phil saying it this time, but I'm seeing people like talking about, the 2023 lineup. And I'm like, what? Why? Like, can we not do that, please? Like, let's talk about what was actually shown and what's coming in the next, at the very minimum, 12 months, please. God, man, it's crazy to me. Like, also, how the hell does Starfield have a release date already? I'm telling you now. I fully suspect Starfield's a 2023 game. I really do. I don't think they're gonna make it for that launch. I think they're just setting themselves up for not failure, but setting fans up for disappointment by giving that date. I appreciate it, but come on, you can't even show a sliver of gameplay at your reveal for the game, but you're gonna tell me it's gonna come out. You're gonna give me a date, but you're not gonna give me gameplay. That's what I'm trying to say. You're gonna give me a date, but not a gameplay. Come on. Master Gucci, you're saying, feel like when E3 2021 is over on June 15th, PlayStation will come out and announce their own event. Oh, dude, trust me, I'm gonna have a separate video, probably a news video. We're gonna talk about that. All I'm gonna say is, if you think Sony, look, to those who think Sony's actually just going to hibernate this year, I smile because it's gonna be it's gonna be glorious, man. It's gonna be amazing. If you think Sony isn't currently planning to, what's the right way to put this? I guess you could say to respond, right? Let's frame it that way. The Xbox showcase was so good. Surely Sony has to respond. Some people are convinced they're not going to. So I'll just word it that way. If you think Sony's not going to respond, well, as I've been saying, I told you guys this all throughout this year so far. All the doom and gloom and the negative narratives and, oh my God, Sony and PS3 games and MLB, the show going to Game Pass. Oh my God, what's happening? Told you guys. All right, I'm really putting on the theatrics today. I told you guys, be patient, okay? Be patient. And in the meantime, enjoy the games that Sony has delivered and is still delivering like they just did with Ratchet & Clank. Enjoy those games. Relax. It's all good. It's all good. Okay? Just relax. Be patient. Your patience will be rewarded. In the meantime, Sony's got some games for you, man. Sony's got some games for you. I'm trying to have a little bit of fun today, in case you can't tell. I feel like I was too rigid yesterday, you know? It's too stiff. Just trying to have some fun today. Guys, come on. You can do it. How many times am I going to ask you guys? Come on. Do I think Sony needs to respond? I think, honestly, I'm going to be real. I think Sony does need to respond. It would be a bad look if Sony just stayed silent. Come on. Like, why would you do that? That's just cocky at that point. Guys, come on. I'm not going to keep asking. Hit that like button. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. We can get to 1,000 likes. The only thing stopping this show from getting 1,000 likes is you. It's literally you. You listening right now. Yeah, that's right. You, the guy or girl who didn't hit the like button. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can do it. Make me proud. Make me proud. Come on. People saying no. No, it's okay. It's okay. If you really don't want to, you don't have to. Don't get me wrong. I don't want, if you feel uncomfortable saying stop asking, dude, I can't stop asking until we get that 1,000 mark. You know, I need it to feel alive. Don't you understand? Don't you understand? I need 1,000 likes to feel alive. That's obviously a lie. I mean, listen to the way I'm talking now. I'm just kidding. Guys, I'll tell you right now real quick, I ask for likes the way I do because if you know about the YouTube algorithm, you will know likes literally determine the chance of a video getting picked up by the algorithm and put out there in front of new people. That's why I ask for it, okay? It's because I want to grow the community. It's not to make me feel alive. I mean, it does help, though. Let me see here. Okay, so Severin, you're saying, I think the issues that PS5 has no news right now. You're right. I think the fact that there's not a direct clash, it's just making it easier for everybody to feel super excited about Xbox, which is a good thing, I think, for Sony and Microsoft. But surely Microsoft is aware that enjoy your time in the light now because you got a sleeping giant back there waiting. And once this giant wakes up, I mean, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen? Kinney Hun, you're saying Returnal is my game of the year so far. Yeah, dude, I can see that. I don't know if it's my game of the year. I mean, right now it is, considering I haven't played Ratchet yet. Yes, I'm going to play it. I was contemplating whether I should wait to stream it or not, or just play it. I think I'm just going to play it. Because I know you guys want me to stream it. Maybe I can play it and then still stream it. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, right now, Returnal, I'd say it's my game of the year as well, honestly. Leo S., you're saying Bethesda shows Xbox is service-focused, not quality. Dude, I'm sorry, man, but like, well, you're right, first of all, but like, I love how nobody's talking, like, here's Starfield, pretty much a CG trailer. By the way, here's our service games. We're going to show more gameplay from our service games. Like, I don't have a problem with service games, but it's like, that's not the gameplay I was tuning in to see. That's what I'm trying to say. I wanted to see Starfield gameplay. To be honest, I think Xbox fans can agree with me here, right? Even if you're the most hyped for Starfield, like, come on. You're going to be mad at me for saying I wanted to see Starfield gameplay. You can't be mad at me for that. How can you be mad at me for that? Devakin, you're saying it's about Ratchet & Clank bugs and mad Sony fans. Chris B, you're saying, wasn't the Horizon 5 reveal on PC? It wasn't clear. I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me. They're allowed to do that. apparently, Craig, the tech guy, all games except FS and Top Gun were running, Flight Simulator and Top Gun were running on PC. Wow. That's disturbing if that's true. Mario, you're saying people want new games and Microsoft just didn't deliver. That's the thing is like, dude, what are you talking about, man? You're not excited after that 5-minute CG trailer of Redfall? Come on. What are you talking about? No new games. Fireax, you're saying Starfield, big promises. Fallout 76 also made them. Devakin, you're saying you got a strong cult here, MBG. You don't need cop, I guess, or coop, whatever. Dude, I hate to break it to you, man, but we are not a cult here. Like, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Like, just because we are not going to come out here and be like, yeah, Game Pass. Game Pass is great. Xbox is great, too. They're all great. Let's all hold hands and love games together. Just because we're not like that doesn't mean we're a cult, okay? Just like the dudes on the other side, they don't do that, all right? We like our quality games here. We want quality games. Dude, I'm telling you, if Starfield is everything it's supposed to be, it's going to be big. It's going to be big. It's going to be big for Microsoft. What is it? I don't know. So it's sad how much MBG became a hater. Dude, I'm not hating. Like, I don't get it. You have to be trolling me, man. You have to be trolling me. I'm hating by saying Xbox had a good showcase. I give it a B, a 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. Right? Yeah, I know. I'm a hater, dude. I'm going to hate on it. What? Everybody's saying Xbox got an A on their show? I'm not going to stand for this. I mean, at some point, it has to be a joke, right? Like, I can't. Yes, you are. To be honest, dude, I think even the most hardcore Xbox fans like to tune into this stuff. I think they get a kick out of it. I really do. I think they laugh. I think they're with their popcorn. They're like, you know what, man? I love to hate this guy. Dude, I had a lot of coffee before this stream. Like, I had a lot. I know you guys can tell. You're saying I'm low-key entertaining. Well, I'm glad. That's the thing. Is like, I would rather somebody say that to me and be like, I don't like you, but I think you're kind of entertaining. I'd rather hear that than feel like I need everybody to tell me they like me. And that's the thing is like, I'm not going to lie. Like, there have been times where I felt like maybe I need to be more professional, right? And be less opinionated. But I'm like, there's a lot of people on YouTube who do that already. Like that, there's a lot of people who do that. And to me, like, that's not fun. Like, I started this channel because I wanted to have fun. I wanted to express my passion, in the way that I see fit. And I just don't want to ever feel like I'm putting some kind of filter on myself because it's like, that's not fun, And I realized that the only reason I would ever feel the need to do that is because I want everybody to like me. It's like, yeah, that's not going to happen. I mean, look at me. Like, not everybody's going to like me. You like MBG on coke? Dude, trust me. It's funny because, like, my friends say the same thing. And you're like, dude, what drugs are you taking before you go live? And I'm like, it's not drugs, man. Trust me. I don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. I'm straight edge, believe it or not. I'm straight edge. So anyway, getting distracted here. Got some more super chats. Got to go through. Jessica, you're saying Sony's conjuring up a masterclass rebuttal, but it's not hard for them because it's only natural. Well said, Jessica. Well said. Some may say that's fangirl talk, or fanboy talk. I don't think it is. I think that's the pattern. We've seen it time and time again. It's been proven. Devakin, you're saying I don't expect the Sony show till fall. Nah, maybe we could get two. But no, dude, we're gonna get one before that. Well, I see some people saying caffeine is a drug. Well, yeah, it's addicting, But I mean, come on. Who doesn't consume some type of caffeine, whether it's through soda, coffee, anything else, because pretty much everything has it, right? Figuratively literal. You're saying, I think that Forspoken and Final Fantasy 16 weren't shown at the Square conference despite being teased, almost proves Sony has something in the works. Well, that's the thing, dude. It's right in front of us. Like, it's right in front of us. Guys, you know what? Here we go. It's time. The time has come. We're going over to Twitter land. And we are going to have some fun over here. So let me show you something real quick. All right, Let's go check my replies. There's my stream. There's me talking about Cold Eastwood. There's me replying to Cold Eastwood. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here at all. Let's just keep it moving. No, we'll go back to that. Let me see. Okay, we got to talk about this list too in a minute, but I want to show you something. Okay, it's right under our noses. It's right in front of our face as to whether or not Sony's going to have an event. Where is it, man? Where is it? Here we go. Okay, here we go. Herman Hulst. All right. Congrats. This is yesterday. He says, congrats to Xbox P3, aka Phil Spencer, and the whole team on a great showcase. Great time to be a gamer. Yeah. So, guys, let me ask you something. Now, look, I don't know Herman Hulst personally, and I probably never will. In fact, I know I never will. All right? I don't think this dude wants anything to do with me. He's never going to want to talk to me. I love his work. Not sure he loves mine. It's fine. Okay? But I want to ask you guys honestly. You think, do you think that Herman Hulst is dense enough to publicly congratulate their competition on a great showcase to then not have their own showcase? Now, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, but MBG, he's just being nice. Phil congratulates them all the time. No. I want you to, again, let it marinate. Let it sink in what I just said. You think Herman Hulst, the head of Sony's first-party studios, is going to publicly congratulate Xbox on a great showcase to then not have a showcase of their own? Space Gambler Jr. saying, I do wish you interacted with your community more. It's hard, man. You know why it's hard? I have so much to say at all times. I don't know how to shut up. I really don't. I will tell you this. If Herman is in fact saying this publicly, he can congratulate Phil. It doesn't have to be publicly. I'm sure he can contact him at any time if he needed to, right? I will say, I will have some interesting things to say about this interaction right here if Sony doesn't do, it doesn't even have to be a showcase. If they stay silent throughout the summer, I'm going to have a couple things to say. But that's not what I get from this at all. Guys, it's right here. Herman may as well be confirming they're doing their own event. You mentioned Final Fantasy 16. You mentioned Forspoken. Yeah, why do you think some of the biggest games Square Enix has in the works is not at their own event, their own showcase? Because they're showing it at Sony's. Look, I know it's kind of obvious to a lot of people, but there are some people who do not believe Sony's going to have their own showcase. Guys, it's going to happen. Get excited. It's okay. I'm not confirming it. I don't have any inside track or sources. It's going to happen, though. You're saying I'm reaching? Dude, this isn't reaching, bro. That's not reaching. Come on. This is reaching? No way. That's not reaching. We get to some of these. Sir Speaks a Lot says, I'm calling a mutiny. MBG's wife is the captain now. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. For all you know, my wife was the one telling me, MBG, you seemed a little bit stiff. I think there's something. Okay, that was a bad thing to say, but she's saying, I do this to myself. She's saying, I think maybe you were holding back a little bit. I'm like, maybe I was. Was I? I don't know. I don't know. I gotta or maybe I just lost my mind after the show and I'm ranting towards my wife and I'm like, I can't believe this. They're giving Microsoft an A. Ah! I'm kidding. But we're having some fun here. We're having some fun today. I'm making up for how professional yesterday's show was, right? Green Owl Gill. What other E3 shows will you stream, sir? MBG. Sir speaks a lot. Bruh. Yeah, no, listen. I don't think I'm streaming any more shows. I really don't. I don't. You're saying MBG, you definitely need to remain calm. Caffeine is definitely in overdrive. Dude, it's because, you know what, man? Like, I'm just trying to have fun. It's because I realized, like, yesterday, I felt like I wasn't having fun, you know? And I hate to say that. Like, I loved that you guys showed up, and I thought that we had a great stream. But I'm like, you know, I'm not feeling it, you know? Like, I'm not feeling it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling it today. We're going to have some fun. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not going to be like this in my videos. Maybe some of them, but most of them, you know, I'm not like this. So Capcom, yeah. I don't know. Nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna coast for the rest of E3. Question mark, you're saying, did you see the PC showcase yesterday? It was good. No, I didn't, man. I'm not very interested in PC games or PC gaming, so naturally I didn't really tune in. But I heard it was pretty good. I heard it was good. So definitely, I didn't tune in for that. Somebody's saying Take-Two's was the worst. Eesh. Let me see. Tyler, you're saying all right, I really got to start getting through these super chats. Tyler says, I've been playing PlayStation exclusives only for the past year, and I'm more than happy to pay for them. I agree. Michael, you're saying, am I the only one bothered by the fact that Xbox's most anticipated game is Starfield, which they had to buy? Why are they getting credit for that? Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. That's why I responded to Colt Eastwood's tweet. Like, I guess he's, yeah, you know, ha 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 to all the people, all the PlayStation fans who actually thought you were getting Starfield. I get it. But it's like, dude, come on. Like, Microsoft had to buy that, man. Like, they had to buy the good games or what are supposed to be good games. They had to buy them. Do you not see the difference here between Sony and Microsoft? Sony bought their studios, a lot of them, right? But they did them years ago before they were anywhere near the top quality studios they are now. And you could say, well, that's what Microsoft did now. Yeah, but again, you're going to have to wait. You know? Gurjinder Gill. Sorry if I butchered your name. You're saying, big PlayStation fan, recently bought a Series S just for Forza and was disappointed with the low resolution. Had to return it. I warned you, dude. Don't buy that Series S. I mean, don't get me wrong. Buy it if you want. But yeah, that's the thing, man. You got to be prepared to not have 4K resolutions pretty much all of the time if you're buying a Series S, in all seriousness. CookX saying, this is my favorite MBG. The other one's soft. So something else my wife was telling me that I should do on the channel is I should have like a Jekyll and Hyde theme where like there's, you know, tame, calm, professional MBG. And, you know, I guess it's nothing new, but then there's like erratic, volatile, you know, intense MBG. And it's funny because like that definitely exists on the channel. I could, you know, make it a little bit more theatrical, I guess, if I wanted to. But it's funny you mentioned that. Game Dad says, I've been playing Ratchet & Clank since day one and have had no bugs. And for the record, Game Pass is a great rental service. That's it. Yeah, I mean, it is. That's the thing is like Game Pass is a great rental service. You know, there's a fly in here. You kidding me? Where'd that come from? Better not stick around. Let me see. Frederick saying the Microsoft event did prove they have games to show, but it also proved the power narrative has been way overblown. Halo's gameplay just looks last gen, in your opinion. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, that's the thing. If you were to ask me, MBG, what do you think about the narrative, Xbox has no games? Do you think that's still a narrative? Is that a dead narrative? Yes, it is. Yes, that is a dead narrative, and it's buried. Of course it is. It was buried when they bought Bethesda, instantaneously buried, you know? So quantity, as I say, and I've been saying for some time, is no longer the question. Okay? We know Xbox is going to have games, and they have had some games so far. But the most important question that's been asked, and it still remains, is, but what about, are they going to be quality good games? Are they going to be good games? You can give me 100 games. How many of them are going to be good? You can give me 20 games. How many of them are going to be good? That's all. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're not going to be good. I'm saying we don't know. To me, I was super interested to see Starfield gameplay because I know what Halo is and what it's going to look like. I saw it last year. I know what Forza Horizon 5 is going to look like. I want to see something new. I want to see new gameplay. I want to see Starfield gameplay. I want to see Redfall gameplay. Contraband, how far out is that game? What is that, a 2024 game? I don't want to hear about that. And even if it's not, please show me something. I want to see some gameplay. And people are like, well, what are you going to say now? That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, show me some damn gameplay. That's what I'm going to say. That's all. Is that crazy? Nobody's sitting... look, let's not mince words here. I'm not saying, nor is anybody else saying, Xbox doesn't have games. We all know they have games. They have games. They got Game Pass. They got, more studios than anybody in whatever, or Sony. Yeah, of course, but come on, that doesn't just erase everything else. MBG, PlayStation event on July 8th. Rumor. Check Twitter. Where's this rumor coming from? Is this breaking news? Is this breaking news? I don't see anything. Maybe somebody, if you can, let me know. I'll try to see. Todd Howard said Starfield is very big, developed to be played for a long time. Rare's Everwild has been completely rebooted and is now targeting a 2024 launch. The game was a third-person adventure with God game elements. Now it's being rebuilt from scratch. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. That's it. I don't see anything about an event. MBG, I don't think anybody could accuse you of mincing words. Yeah, I guess you're right about that. Devakin, you're saying Sony... Oh, I can't even keep track anymore. I have them all in front of me, but Devakin, you're saying Sony, is going to start using more Hulst to communicate over Jimbo. They are losing the communication stage like big time. Jim is terrible at communicating. That I will agree with. Jim Ryan, I don't mind what he says. I don't mind him talking, but it's like there seems to be a disconnect. And I'm going to be honest. Jim Ryan against Phil Spencer in terms of winning over the gamer. I mean, Jim's best words, the best line he ever said, let the games do the talking. And I agree, you need to still do that, but we need somebody to start communicating a little bit more in a more effective manner. Not BS. I don't want BS. I don't want it from Phil. I don't want it from Herman. I don't want it from Jim. I want the truth. And that's why I don't get too upset that Sony's executives don't talk too much. Because frankly, if there's one thing I've learned is you can't take anything these executives say seriously. You got to take it with a grain of salt, even if it's exactly what you want to hear. That's why I'll say the greatest line ever said was Jim Ryan. And it did come from Jim Ryan, frankly. For as much of a liar as he may be perceived to be, and maybe he is, I don't know, I don't care. But the best line, we're going to let the games do our talking. Stick with that mantra. Stick with that. You stick with that, you'll win. You'll win every time. Let me see. Seiler is saying, having an absolute blast with Ratchet seems to be ignored a little bit due to E3. I recommend playing it on the second hardest difficulty. Yeah, you're saying it's in the replies of my stream tweet. Let me go check that. I'll just bring it up on my phone. It's easier for me right now. Oh, okay. So this is from Reddit? Is this from the Reddit leaks? Okay. This seems like it could be legit. Maybe we could do this live. See, this is why I love doing some live stuff. It's really fun. You guys are awesome, by the way. See, this is why I don't tolerate any shit talking of my community. I just don't. I don't, because I'm here with you guys and you're here with me. And I'm telling you, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Like, even those who troll a little bit, like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. It's not that serious, but we can have some fun. But honestly, you guys are awesome. I gotta say, I love the fact that you let me be me, and you accept that and you embrace that and you support it. It means a lot. I mean, can a person really ask for anything more than that? I don't think so. But yeah, no, I do agree a little bit, Siler. It's unfortunate that Ratchet is getting a little bit ignored, but nonetheless, I think it's a game that people are enjoying. You're asking me to set a slower chat? Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I can't keep up with it, so I'm gonna have to enable slow mode. Oh my God, no! Why did that just do that? That just You guys are gonna have to give me a second, because for some reason, see, this is where YouTube's got to get it together, man. All I did was turn slow mode on the chat. It reset all of my super chats. Now I got to go manually find them. So give me 1 second while I do that, because that's not fair to those who super chat it. Wait, did it come back? Nope, it didn't. Okay, give me a second. For now, I'm gonna put this image up here. Okay, you're gonna see that for a moment. Just give me a second while I do this. Okay, I'm going to my super chats now. See y'all. Wow, it won't even let me view the entire thing. That's so damn annoying. All right, who was the last super chat I read? Okay, it was Siler. Okay, then we have Figuratively Literal saying, waiting for that Ridge Racer reveal. We have Chris B saying, how does this keep happening? This time last year, Xbox thought Sony was scared and had nothing. How did that turn out? That's what I'm saying, dude. Then we have Saryu21 saying, E3 has always been pointless. These companies should just do their own streams when they actually have something to show. I actually mostly agree with that. This is why I'm happy with Sony doing it the way they do it. Demon05, you're saying people trying hard to convince themselves Bethesda is still a good developer, LOL. Devakin saying Sony had to buy one of their biggest products. Yeah, but hey, they did it at the right time and they got it for an absolute steal. Mario, you're saying Bethesda was working on Starfield before the acquisition. Xbox just scooped up their titles and boast as if it's all Xbox. Sony's just giving breathing room. Yeah, dude, that's what I don't like. That's exactly what they did. They just like, oh, we bought all these games. Come check out our games. Like, yeah, no, those are Bethesda games, and you just bought them all and slapped them on your... It's fine. It's fine. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like, okay, I get it. Alf, you're saying, thinking about the new Sony sci-fi based game, the new IP, we already know we're not ready. Oh, no, we are not, dude. King Beans saying, think we'll see Dragon's Dogma 2 at Capcom's E3. I have absolutely no idea, man. I really don't know. Let me see if these caught up yet. Who is this? Okay, Sir Speaks a Lot. Saying, let's be honest, the wife spiked you with something. She says, let me spice up your life a little bit. But little did she know, she spiced the chat. That's funny. That's funny. Okay. Let me get this out of here real quick. Bring back Twitter. I'm going to bring it back. Hold on. Okay. All right. And then we have Master PS Gamer. You're saying, I wonder what games Insomniac is aiming for after Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I think Spider-Man 2 and something else. Resistance 4, maybe? Who knows? Sunset Overdrive? Maybe. MBG's Feet, once again, says, Speaks, Senpai, save me. MBG's trying to... Okay. Bit weird, but hey... Appreciate the super chat, buddy. Primal Plasma, you're saying, look at the Xbox art on the screen. They don't even have enough exclusive games to fill the circle. I mean, yeah, they could if they wanted to. So, all right. We got a lot to go over here right now. So first, let's keep up with the Twitter thing real quick. Let's scroll through here. So I say here, any thought I may have had about Sony not having their own event this year has been erased, and I meant that. No, that was not some kind of insider thing. Some people thought that. That's not what it was. Question mark, you're saying, do you think they're going to sell PS5s on Amazon Prime Day Yeah, of course they will. I just don't know how many, but I think they will for sure. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Ex-CEO Kaz Hirai says, sorry, everyone. The Stranger of Paradise demo is not running on PS5 because the console is not backwards compatible with PS3 games. Absolutely savage, as I said. You get the idea. Yeah, surely you get the idea. Let's see here. This was just a little bit of a snarky jab I wanted to have at Xbox. Shortly after the event, I'm like, well, back to Returnal and Ratchet and Clank now, and I'm just being honest. Man. So somebody says here, what's going to be the new narrative? All right, okay, I'll tell you what the new narrative is going to be. You asked, I'm here to tell you. Before I do, though, we have Jesus. You're saying, nah, let the games do the talking. I don't need big wigs to sell lies to me. Where was Avowed? Apparently Avowed is kind of far out, 2023. So, they're showing off all these games coming to Game Pass. And it's like, look, I'm not going to say this isn't good. Look at this. Back for Blood. The Gunk. I don't know. What is this? Flight Simulator. Psychonauts 2. Forza 5. Halo Infinite. Of course, that's a great value. Let's check what first party games. Looking. Okay, Flight Simulator. Cool. All right. Forza Horizon 5. To be expected. Nothing new. It looked great. I want to play it. Halo Infinite. Okay. We know Forza Horizon 5 is going to be high quality. We know Flight Simulator is high quality. Hopefully Halo Infinite will be high quality. And these are all the games. I'm not going to expand the image. I don't think you guys will see it, but these are all the future games. And it's just like, you may as well just put question marks, dude. You may as well just put question marks. We don't know. I believe Hellblade 2 will be high quality, but I don't know that for a fact. We got to wait and see. I believe in it. Here we go. Here's another one. VGC, they got to stir the pot. Xbox is in its best ever fighting form, but its opponent didn't show up. I like it. I was going to do a live reaction to that article, but I decided not to because most of that article, it's a little bit deceiving. The majority of it is just them recapping the Xbox event. But at the end, they're like, Xbox made the big comeback and their opponent didn't show up. And I'm like, yeah, that's because their opponent's busy actually releasing games. Honestly. I laugh at this. I say, you think Sony's going to sit back and coast? As I've been saying, remain patient and enjoy the games PlayStation has put out so far, which happens to be significantly more than its opponent. Something's coming. Relax. Let's not jump to that narrative immediately. Let's wait. iSiler18, you're saying, did you see the next-gen only lineup between Xbox and PS5? Just wow. Oh, yeah, we're getting right to that, man. Let's go. Let's go check. Where's it at? I know it's here. Oh, yeah. So this, too. Look, I'm not dunking on Push Square. I like Push Square. Okay? I like them. But, come on. You Back for Blood, A Plague Tale Requiem, more will be full price on PS5. Okay, I get it. Pandemonium, everybody. This is absurd. Sony, what are you doing? How dare you? How dare you sell me these games at full price? I just want to remind people, it's okay to buy games at full price and own them. Dude, the amount of people, see, like, this person here, he's not wrong. He says it's also okay to want a great service that saves you money. You're right. And here's the thing. This is where I say the market will speak. If that's really what the majority or a lot of PlayStation fans want, then they will make it known. And Sony will read you loud and clear. But we don't know that that's what they want. And right now, the market is speaking by buying PS5s en masse, breaking records, and buying games at records. Like, the PS5's selling more games than the PS4 did. So why in God's name would Sony feel the need to worry about whether we're going to buy games or not? Or whether or not we want a big service like that? They're only going to do that if they start losing customers to Game Pass. Now, look, What this Push Square article is really trying to say is, and they actually did put out an interesting article that I might do a separate reaction video on, where they're basically saying Game Pass is potentially a thorn in the side of the PS5 and its traditional way of doing things. Yes, that's what this is saying. That's what this is saying. It's saying that this may cause people to go to Game Pass, but let's take it back. Remember MLB The Show? Remember when everybody said, oh man, I guess Sony just lost all of their sales because MLB The Show is on Game Pass. Why would anybody buy it on PlayStation if you can get it basically for free on Game Pass? What was the number one best-selling game of April? Oh, that's right, MLB The Show on PlayStation. PlayStation's list, number one. It's fine. It's fine. It's great that Microsoft is doing this for their customers. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it is. But to expect Sony to copy and paste the Game Pass model when they have, ready for this, pretty much zero reason to do so. You know what I mean? You know what Sony would and I don't know this for certain. I don't think anybody at Sony would ever say this. It's just terrible business. But let's just say I'm Sony. And let's just say, let's just take the internet crying about paying for games full price. Considering I'm Sony, I'm breaking records with the amount of PS5s I'm selling. I sell millions and millions of games. I'm having no problem at all selling games. I'm selling more games than I ever have on my platform at full price. And I'm making a lot of money doing it. And then a bunch of people come to me and cry, well, your competitor, Xbox, they're giving me games like, I'm not going to buy Back 4 Blood. Let's see where Back 4 Blood charts. Remember Outriders, how that sold at the number 3 spot on PlayStation and Xbox, even though that was on Game Pass? Like you said, it's a rental service. It's there for people who want it. And it's like, Sony doesn't care. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. People, you want to tell me it's okay to want a service. You're right, it is okay, but Sony doesn't care. I'm going to tell you what Sony won't tell you. You ready? I'm going to tell you. I'm Sony. You're the guy or the girl, the person who doesn't want to pay full price for Back 4 Blood. Okay, see ya. Go sign up for Game Pass then, because we got millions of other people behind you who are ready to pay full price for it. That's the reality. Let that sink in. You think Sony's going to do a Game Pass competitor tomorrow, next month, next year? No. But maybe, just maybe, give it long enough. If Game Pass grows big enough and becomes big enough of a threat, then they will. But right now, Sony's doing just fine. This is what people need to realize. So that's why I tell people, not in a mean way, in an honest way. And I'm just being honest. If you don't want to pay full price for games like Outriders, like MLB The Show, like Back 4 Blood, like A Plague Tale Requiem and whatnot, go subscribe to Game Pass. You would be insane not to. If you don't care about owning games and you don't want to pay full price, you would be a crazy person to not go sign up for Game Pass. I'm just saying. MBG and the rest of his Sony fans sound absolutely angry. Dude, I'm not angry, man. I'm having a good time. I'm passionate. But I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. But no, I'm honestly just trying to be real with people right now. And I'm just trying to say, like, look, if you want to dunk on Sony and whatnot and its fans because, you have to pay full price for games, I get you're going to do that and you're free to do that. But just know, like, that's not going to change anything. It's not. Like, you're pretty much laughing alone, dude. Like, we all bought Ratchet and Clank. We bought Returnal. and I'm buying Back 4 Blood for PS5. So... it's fun. It's fun. To be honest, like with the way I'm acting right now, I totally could understand why somebody is like, dude, what is this guy on right now? But it's just, it's the adrenaline, Let me see. So we have Ivan, you're saying, give us your Kratos, have patience, boy, to people waiting on Sony's games. Have patience, boy. I cannot get my voice that deep. Boy, that's all I got. That's the best I can do. I can't, dude. That guy who was it, Christopher Judge? Dude, he has like the deepest voice I've ever heard. Plays a perfect Kratos. Let me see. Edward, you're saying Xbox had a great show, exciting lineup of games. The rest of the year, each month. Don't think there's a need for a breakdown. Sony's going to show up at E3. Dude, I don't know, man. Am I having a breakdown? Is that what it is? I mean, I guess having fun is having a breakdown. But no, dude, I unless I'm reading what you're saying wrong. Look, I think Microsoft is doing fine. I think Microsoft has. I said this yesterday in my stream. I meant this. Microsoft has successfully uprooted. They have successfully they have found a way to alter the traditional way of doing things, and it's working for them. That's the point. It's working for them. They have the backing of Microsoft, so it can work for them for as long as it needs to until it's truly successful and profitable. I try to explain to people all the time, like, you think Microsoft isn't doing what they're doing for money? You think what Xbox isn't doing, they're not doing it for money? They are. And of course, most people are not ignorant to this, but they have the time on their side to do it. And we're starting to see that. So it's not that we're having a breakdown. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe I am having a breakdown. Who the hell knows anymore, man? You know, after the stream, I'm just going to go back to being a normal person, and I'm just going to make a normal video tomorrow. And it's going to be like none of this ever happened. But I'm enjoying the moment, and that's what's important. I hope you guys are enjoying the moment too. Again, it's all about having some fun here with you guys. Let me see. Tyler, you're saying, MBG, you've said it time and time again. You have to support your favorite developers by buying their games. I do believe in that. Like, and to me, it's not like, I know that Microsoft pays for these games to be on their service, but for me, it's also more of a gesture. It's like, you created something that I like really like, and I want to give you my money for your product as a gesture of goodwill and good faith. Like, I believe in you and you've earned it. I believe in that, you know, not all the time. If I feel like it's not worth it, I'm not going to do it. I told you guys, I was nervous about Returnal. I was nervous about it. And I told you guys that I would tell you if I honestly thought like, oh man, this is not 70. After 90 hours with the game, worth every penny. Worth every penny. And I assume I'm going to feel the same way about Ratchet. I have even more faith in Ratchet, you know? There's no hesitation with Ratchet and Clank. Let me see. Not losing track of these. There's just more than I expected. Ganesh, you're saying, I was surprised that Phil said they are giving higher quality of games. He is smoking some crazy things. Xbox is yet to catch up with Uncharted 4. Again, I think he said that because he's very confident in what they do have coming eventually. Josh Z, you're saying, let's be honest, Nintendo can win E3 at the drop of a hat. All they have to do is drop anything Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, and it will steal all the attention. That's true. That's true. I don't pay much attention to Nintendo, but I agree with that, Josh. Seiru, you're saying the day Sony goes the Game Pass route is the day we stop getting blockbuster games. You know why I would say you're right? Because Sony said themselves they wouldn't be able to sustain the type of games that they're making right now. Now, maybe that's not entirely true. Maybe that's not entirely true. Like, maybe they could still make money, just not as much, but I don't know. I think there would be some budget cuts for sure. Alex, MBG Sony event in a couple of weeks, going to show a lot. Dude, I'm going to be there. You think I'm crazy now? You think I lost my mind now? Wait until the Sony event. You're going to see just truly off the wall MBG. I don't know. Young Jay saying, let's talk about Horizon Forbidden West and Forza Horizon 5 both being cross-gen, yet the weaker console has ray tracing and the other doesn't, except in photo mode. Both are cross-gen. Is that true? Is that true? I can't speak to that. Is that true that Forza Horizon 5's only going to have ray tracing in photo mode? Chat, I need some backup here. Is this confirmed? iSiler18. Again, you're saying, so with Battlefield at $70 for both consoles, do we expect backlash from Xbox fans who refuse to pay that price, right? Well, it was expected. You guys are saying, yes, it's true. Damn. Not a big deal, though. Not a big deal. Ray tracing's great, but what's unfortunate, I'm going to be honest with you guys. What's unfortunate about that, specifically Forza Horizon 5 only having ray tracing in photo mode, is that that's a game that could really benefit from ray tracing and reflections. Like, it really could. So I don't know if they're going to add it in later, like they said they would do with Halo. I don't know, man. I don't know. 12 T-flops, right? But yeah, Ice Tyler, that's the thing is like everybody was expecting, they were expecting Battlefield to launch in the Game Pass, and it didn't. Hold on one sec, guys. Yeah, they were, what is this? Man, I got multiple replies from Colt Eastwood here. We'll go over that in a second. Hold on one sec. Okay, so I got really distracted there. But yeah, dude, like, you know, everybody was saying that, oh, you know, Battlefield's going to launch in the Game Pass, and it didn't, and it's like $70. And it's like you said, like, you know, are they going to pay, like, Xbox guys? You're going to pay, like, for those who are Battlefield fans, you're going to pay $70? I'm going to pay $70. I know it's online only, and I know a lot of people hate the fact that it doesn't have a campaign, but dude, I have put thousands of hours in the Battlefield, not for the campaign. I've enjoyed the campaigns for what they are. Bad Company 1 and 2's campaign were amazing, but come on, like, I'm paying for that. I'm paying for the multiplayer. So mods that are here right now. I don't know if you can hear my son in the background. He's crying a little bit. You know the deal, mods. Sir Speaks a Lot and the rest. You know the deal. You see people talking shit. You know what to do. You know what to do. All right. That's all I'm going to say. You know what to do. Anyway, getting a little bit distracted. Yeah, I see you, Sir Speaks a Lot. I see you. Execution time. Dude, be on the lookout, bro. Be on the lookout. I appreciate it. Let me see here. Question mark. You're saying, I like the story about the tortoise and the hare, Sony representing the tortoise and Xbox is representing the hare. And we all know how that ended. Yeah, I think that's appropriate right now, considering Sony's taking it slow. And, you know, Emil, you're saying MBG giving that red pill truth. LOL, hashtag reality. Appreciate the stream, bro. We're deaf enjoying the moment. Well, thank you. Like that's all I want to achieve right now, is I just want people to enjoy the stream and people who watch afterwards to enjoy it. Again, like I realize I'm going to have my own opinions. I'm very opinionated, obviously. And I realize that like I don't want to argue with people so much anymore, as I just want to be entertaining for you guys a little bit, just a little bit, not all the time. I can't always have this much energy, but, but yeah, mods, by the way, I appreciate the work you do. Remember, only, you know, keep it clean. You know, people can have their opinions, but you know what to look for. You know what to look for. Okay. Edward, you're saying I'm up for buying Deathloop and Ken at full price, but Game Pass supports the developers by giving them a sum of cash up front and bonuses for downloads. Well, okay, you bring up an interesting point, Edward, because what I want to tell you is that I actually don't like that. I don't like that. I get what you're saying. It supports the developers, and I get that. But you know what I like better? I like the idea of, and I know maybe it's a little uncomfortable for some developers, but it's just the way life is, man. Like, I like the idea of, here we go. God, I got to trim my stash, dude. It's really itching me. I just got to shave it, maybe. But no, like, I don't like that notion, because it's like, here's money. It would be like if Microsoft paid to have Cyberpunk in Game Pass. Oh my God, dude. The idea that the amount of money that CD Projekt Red could have potentially received for a completely broken, unfinished game. They basically would have been rewarded for failing. They already were with 13.7 million sales, which is absurd. But this is why I'm saying, like, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want it to be that way. I want developers to feel confident that our game's going to sell. Like, you know why Battlefield isn't going to be in Game Pass? Well, I mean, I don't know this for sure, but it's likely maybe the reason why I think it was rumored so heavily was because maybe there were conversations happening between EA and Microsoft, like, let's bring it in the Game Pass. But they broke down because maybe Microsoft didn't want to pay the asking price because EA says we know what our game's worth. It's going to sell. People, it's quality. Now, I know it's EA and, we'll have to see, but so far I think Battlefield looks pretty damn good, right? Am I the only one who thinks that? I'm just saying it's like, know the worth of your game. If you're confident in your game, if you're confident in it and you know it's going to sell, you don't need Microsoft's money. You don't need it. Your game is going to sell. Outriders. What was it? Didn't Square Enix, they were surprised at how well Outriders did? They probably put it in the Game Pass because they were nervous, dude. How many people were saying this is generic, the game, and it's going to fail, it's going to flop, and it's like a huge hit? I mean, I know Game Pass helped for sure, and it gave them money, gave them a lot of players, but it's like the point is the game would have been just fine on its own. It would have, it would have been just fine. We have, so I don't know. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. Like, if that's how they want to do it, it's developers of their game. They're free to do what they want. The publishers, do what you want with your game. I'm just saying, I'm paying more attention to developers who are like Housemarque, and Sony. You want Returnal, it's worth $70. And I think maybe, is it? I don't know, man. I think you just want more money from me. I know you want more money from me, but is it going to be worth it? And then I pay it, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right. I can't say you were wrong. Can't say you were wrong. Anyway, we have saying, JT, you're saying The Last of Us spoiler. Sorry to bring this up, but I just had to beat the crap out of Ellie. I honestly don't know how to feel about this game, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's your first time, huh? First time around, huh? Yeah, it does that. All right, let's keep it going. Let's go see what's going on with this list right here. So, dude, this list legit made me laugh. Okay? You're saying this is just a PlayStation channel that's just dedicated to hating on Xbox. No, it's not, dude. No, it's not. Dude, I think Forza Horizon 5 looks great. Don't leave the stream, man. Please don't. That's not what this channel is. We have some fun. We take some shots. Don't get me wrong, but no, dude. There's a lot of people here who play Xbox games. I occasionally play Xbox games. I'm going to be hopefully playing Forza Horizon 5. Relax. Chill, dude. Take a seat. Hang out a little bit. So, I don't know who made this list. Some people are saying, oh, Colt Eastwood made this list. He's saying he didn't. I don't care who made it. But I just want to, here's what I said. First, let's read the list, okay? Mr. Twister, you're saying if Game Pass was so good, every third party would be on Game Pass. I mean, dude, Microsoft can only shell out so much money, for those games, but I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And then we have iSiler once again, buddy. You're saying, check out Push Square's tweet about Ratchet. It's going to be big. I'll check that out real quick. Hold on. Check Push Square. I'll have to go look at it in a minute. I'm going to read this list. Stick around for the stream, guys, though, by the way. For those who, I see some people leaving and, stick around because we're going to go over a live PlayStation event leak or whatever, apparently coming from a reliable source with some details. So stay tuned for that. I'll obviously have to do a separate video for that. But Sarah Led, you're saying, look at Cyberpunk. They are on Game Pass, and they are losing money because they are not on PlayStation Store. I don't think they're on Game Pass, but you're right. They're desperately trying. They're on the Xbox Store. Cyberpunk's not on the PlayStation Store. They're still not there. I don't know if they're ever going to come back. Dude, they're hurting. They're hurting. Every time they talk to their investors, we're trying so hard to get it back on the PlayStation Store. That's the power. That's the power Sony has right there. And they earn that through quality. That's reputation. That's earned. And it's hard earned. So the list says first party next generation only lineup. Xbox Series X and S. Hellblade 2. Starfield. The Outer Worlds 2. State of Decay 3. Avowed. Fable. Perfect Dark. Redfall. Contraband. And Forza Motorsport 8. Meanwhile, on the PS5 side of things, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Returnal, Destruction All-Stars, which I'll admit that doesn't even need to be on the list, frankly. Astro's Playroom, Demon Souls, gotta be sure to remind everybody, Demon Souls is a PS3 remake. Okay, so what I said to this is, don't know who made this list, but it's amazing when you look at the PS5 side. All games that have released, all games we've enjoyed and I'm about to enjoy with Ratchet, right? On the Xbox side, 7 out of the 10 slated for 2023. 7 out of the 10 slated are slated, or stated here, are slated for 2023. By the way, that's been confirmed by Jeff Grubb. For all these Xbox dudes who want to constantly talk about Jeff Grubb and he's the best Xbox insider. 7 of these 10. Those 7, Hellblade 2, The Outer Worlds 2, State of Decay 3, Avowed, Fable, Perfect Dark, and I'm assuming Contraband is probably beyond 2023. Those are all 2023 or beyond games. Games that, and none of these games here are for 2021. So we have Starfield. I mean, it may as well be 2023, right? It's November 2022. And we're assuming it doesn't get delayed, right? Redfall is targeting 2022. Again, a game that's supposed to come out next year. Haven't seen a single glimpse of gameplay. All right, I guess. And then Forza Motorsport 8. It's a joke of a list, dude. It's a joke of a list. I get the irony in it. I see the irony. Don't get me wrong. It's not lost on me, but it's a joke of a list. I also was sure to let people know, maybe wait for Sony to reveal their hand first before making lists. Solid Crusader saying, what about Spider-Man Miles Morales and Godfall? Well, they're both cross-gen games, unfortunately, for Godfall. Let me see. We have Codeine Bama. You're saying, did Kid Smooth make that list? LOL. Okay, Kapapa, you're saying, I bet Starfield will be delayed. I bet it will. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. I'd be nervous because, they haven't even shown gameplay yet, I want to see that gameplay. One more time, guys. Please do me a favor and hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. We're going to move on to something else here that I think you guys might find pretty interesting and entertaining. So please hit that like button. Enixstein. I don't know. Enixstein. I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly. Enixstein, I think maybe. Perhaps Hellblade 2 didn't show gameplay since they want to use Unreal Engine 5, yet Unreal Engine 5 won't fully release until later this year. Pronounced Einstein. Oh, okay. Okay, I see it now. Einstein. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility, man. That would actually make sense. Kendall Fire 22, you're saying, how could anyone look at the past 7 years of Sony exclusives and somehow believe that there will be 0 PS5 first-party games in 2023? Dude, I get it. It's like, well, Microsoft announced all these games. Yeah, they announced them, but they're all 2023 games. You think Sony doesn't have a lot of games in development right now that are going to be PS5 only, more than likely, that are targeting 2023 from not only their first party, but their partners as well? Come on, get real. Get real. All right, so let's go to the fun one here, the fun post that I put out. So yeah, dude, like I probably should have quote tweeted him. Some people saying like, dude, if you're gonna, I feel like that's like a little overly aggressive. It's like I'm not trying to send people to Colt Eastwood's Twitter, nor do I want his people coming to my Twitter. But I saw this tweet and I'm like, bruh, I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I get it. Look, I think what bothers me, oh my God, I'm literally about to shave live right now. I'm about to just shave on stream. But what bothers me more than anything is it's the line between professionalism and being neutral and, everybody hold hands and be nice and be everybody's friend. And we're all inclusive and gaming's for everybody. And we just love games. And then it's like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't do this shit, Yes, it's a funny image. It's funny, and I get it. I get it. It's like all the dudes, all the PlayStation guys who were, oh, Starfield's still coming to PlayStation. Starfield's still coming to PlayStation. I get it. But it's like, I think it's funny because I say just replace the PlayStation logo with an Xbox logo. Replace the Starfield logo with literally any of Sony's games. And it's the same thing. And it's just as funny. It's just as comical. Except the only difference is, as I say here, Microsoft didn't have to pay $7.5 billion, or Sony didn't have to pay $7.5 billion to make that happen. And people are like, well, dude, no one's saying God of War is coming to Xbox. Really? I'm going to take you back to April when we learned that MLB The Show was making its way to Xbox Game Pass. What were they saying then? What were they saying? You don't remember? I'm here to remind you. What's the next PlayStation game that's coming to Game Pass, guys? Get out of here. Get out. Just get out. Get out. It's fun. It's all, you know what? It's all just jokes at the end of the day, though, right? But come on, man. Like, I get it. He did respond, by the way. Let me see. So let's see what people are saying. See, okay, nobody said God of War will be coming to Xbox. Yeah, that's true, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Go back to April. What's the next PlayStation game? Hey, we got MLB. What's the next PlayStation first-party game? Let me get to these super chats real quick. DV, you're saying, I beat Demon Souls, Ratchet, Returnal. Now what? No replay value. Back to Game Pass with some decent games dropping each month. I mean, hey, man. That's fine, but come on. All right, I get your point. You want to argue replay value? If what you said is true, you played those games and you beat them, you're going to tell me they weren't good games? You're going to tell me they weren't great games? You're going to tell me you didn't enjoy your time with them? I don't buy a game with the notion of I need to play this game indefinitely. I'm not sure who does. But I see what you're saying, man. I get your point. JDTV, you're saying any graphical issues with Rift Apart? The fur looks kind of blurry and pixelated with lots of noise grain. When at Scarstew debris field, please check. I don't know. I'll let you know when I play it, man. When I get there. And then we have Coding Bomber, you're saying you can tell Xbox feelings were hurt last gen. And we have iSeller saying also check out Matt Piscatella's tweet about PlayStation Now from an hour ago. All right, I'll have to go check that in a minute. God, I can't. Okay, let's see. Where's it at here? A lot of replies. See, like, dude, come on. Like, this is the best retort you got. Let me fix it for you, MVG. Difference is Sony didn't have $7.5 billion to spend. Here's one for you. Maybe Sony didn't have to spend $7.5 billion. Do you ever think of that? Do you think maybe that they just know how to make good games organically? They don't have to buy them up and permanently fold them in? But they did Insomniac. Dude, come on. Don't act like Insomniac wasn't already a Sony developer. Come on. Just give Xbox a chance to at least be happy once. Yeah, I know. Nah, dude, if you're an Xbox fan and you're happy, be happy. So, somebody says, can someone explain Colt's joke? And he says, yes, the media and PlayStation fans were sure that Starfield would come to PlayStation consoles. I say yes via watching on YouTube. Okay. All right. I get it. It's fine. But I had to say, look, all I can remember seeing was Xbox fans left, right, up, down, and center telling me it wouldn't personally, but maybe that's just me. Now, I think what Ikaros says here is actually pretty poignant. Say, it is. It's because of what you see. It's different from what Colt sees. A console-specific channel. You'll get fanboys from either side that chant mindlessly about whatever bollocks that came to their mind that day. So I get it. We are maybe seeing different things, but I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Not so sure. And he said, yeah, they sure did. It was a wild, obnoxious time on both sides. Glad it's finally cleared up. You and I have both consoles, so we are far less to worry about. LOL. Yo, Colt dunking on me. Bro, Colt, we did. I have an Xbox One X, but he's dunking on me because he's like, dude, do you have a Series X? No, I don't have a Series X, man. But I do have a One X, and I have this PC I invested in. I'm actually thinking about playing Horizon 5 on the PC, but, I'm not... Look, it's fine, man. Like, I get it. I get it. I get it. Trust me. Anyway, I think we spent a little too much time here on Twitter land. Let's go check what else is going on here before I go over. I want to see. So there's the news about Rare. All right, I want to go over this leak. So give me just a second. I'm gonna try to bring it up. I want to see if it's on. See. I'm checking now for the event leak. I'm not seeing it. Oh, okay, here we go. Grain of salt. Let's all right, let's bring this up here. Let's check out this leak. All right, so maybe I can it won't show the top part of it, which is really annoying. So I'm just going to read it to you guys while you're here. Let me see. Aaron, you're saying Starfield will still come to PS5, says Metro. What? It may still come to PS5? Dude, that would be the ultimate irony, wouldn't it? Honestly. All right, let me read the... let me shrink this down. I want to read this leak, or this rumor. So, give me a second here. How to shrink this. Jeez, man. Like, all right, forget it. I'm just going to read it to you guys. F it, we'll do it live. All right, here we go. So the leak, wait, oh my God. You can see some of it. All right, so next PlayStation event plus GTA. And this is coming apparently from a Far Cry leaker. So somebody who has been accurately leaking info about Far Cry. Apparently the next PlayStation event is planned for July 8th with a trailer of GTA expanded and enhanced, but he's not 100% sure. He says that his source is new and that we should take it with a grain of salt. For context, this guy leaked Far Cry 6's gameplay reveal, and collectible statue. Okay, well, that's a lot less exciting than I thought it was going to be. I mean, my God. You're going to talk about a PlayStation event, and the only piece of information is GTA expanded and enhanced. I mean, obviously, we're going to see that there, but I don't think anybody's really clamoring for that. So, anyway, we can go back to Twitter here. Yeah, all in all, I don't, I'm just not as impressed as everybody else is, seemingly, with the Xbox event. That doesn't mean I think it's bad, but... Oh, you're saying I should check Matt Piscatella's Twitter. Let me see, Matt. Let me see if I can find him. I can't seem to find him for some reason. I don't know why. How do I... Okay, I can't seem to find him for some reason. Let me see here. I have a few more super chats. Yeah, it sounds like that Sony event's going to be a banger. Yeah, GTA expanded and enhanced. Spud, Sony made around 77 billion in 2019 alone. They have the money. I don't. I think it's more of. It's not a matter of whether they have the money. It's a matter of like, is it a wise investment? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna look real quick. You're saying go to Metro. They're saying that it might still come to PlayStation 5. I gotta see this. Let me see. So, Metro Starfield. My comments on Everwild. That really sucks. All right, so I'm on Metro right now, okay? And I don't know if this is the article. Maybe you guys can let me know. It says Starfield is like Skyrim, but in space. May still come to PS. Okay, yeah, that's it. I didn't see the full title. May still come to PS5. All right, let me see. So, let me get to the part. Bethesda's Todd Howard, meanwhile, calls it Skyrim in space, adding that it will be more robust than Skyrim thanks to the leaps in technology since the game released 10 years ago in 2011. In a separate interview with The Telegraph, Todd Howard also explains exactly what players will be doing in Starfield. Namely, will join a group of space explorers called the Constellation. And while it's the main fiction of the game, there are other groups you can later be part of. Okay, talking about the story. Perhaps the biggest question fans want answering, however, is if the game will release on other platforms, namely the PlayStation 5. Starfield is described as an Xbox Series XS and PC exclusive, which was all but expected once Microsoft acquired Bethesda last year. However, when asked by The Telegraph if he regrets not being able to release games on PlayStation platforms anymore, Howard seems to suggest that that's not entirely the case. Quote, well, I will just say I want everybody to have the ability to play it in some fashion. Unquote. What does that mean? What do you guys make of that? I don't know what to make of that. I'm going to read it again. Quote, this is what Todd Howard was asked. Okay, and this was actually written up. I think this article came out today. Yeah, this article came out today. So this is a brand new quote. So when asked about whether or not he will regret not being able to release games on PlayStation, he says, quote, well, we are still ... I will just say I want everybody to have the ability to play it in some fashion. You're still what? You're talking xCloud. Yeah, he could definitely be talking about that, but like, what are you still doing? I don't, you know what I mean? Like, what was it? Sounded like they almost like he sounded like he was going to say something. Look, I'm not trying to read into it too much. In my opinion, there's no way this game is coming to PlayStation. You know, Phil Spencer, they say it clear, Xbox exclusive. So, I don't know. The Telegraph maybe being a little bit clickbaity here. I don't know. But I wouldn't look at this as that means it still might come to PlayStation. But you're saying Game Pass / xCloud on PlayStation? That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Like an altered version of Game Pass. Yeah, maybe Sony is so against the idea of making their own version of Game Pass, they're just actually going to bring Game Pass over to their platform. Could you see that? Maybe the Game Pass TV app. Yeah, that would make the most sense. That would make the most sense because technically, yeah, you're a PS5 only owner, but you're gonna play it through your TV if you want. So I don't know. It's some pretty interesting stuff here. Honestly, I don't quite know what to make of all of it, but from where I'm sitting, yeah, it's an Xbox exclusive. If it were to come to PlayStation, even if it was like a year after released on Xbox, dude, Xbox fans would hit the roof. Understandably so. I would hit the roof. You know, like Rami, you're saying hi, following you from India. Really like your videos. Have you heard about Forza Horizon 5 being 4K 30 on the X? Seems like Sony was right about the T-flops. Well, you know, it's interesting is like, I don't want to talk crap about Horizon because I think it looks great. Like, I think the game looks stunning, honestly, even at 30 frames per second. But it's like, yeah, it turns out that it's going to have to do the same things that Sony has to do with their games in order to hit 60 FPS, which is you're going to have to lower the resolution, probably remove ray tracing. Apparently, it doesn't even have ray tracing. You're going to have to lower everything. You know, you have to scale it down to get it to run at 60. And, you know, with the way these guys were talking about the power of the Series X, it's like I thought that wasn't going to be a problem. You know, I thought that was the advantage that the Series X was going to have. So anyway, I don't know, guys. All in all, I just wanted to have this conversation with you because it's just like, look, if you think Xbox's event was an A, I get it. Wait, hold on. We got some breaking news. Metal Gear Solid movie. Director Jordan Vogt Roberts goes deep on his Metal Gear Solid movie. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. That was the breaking news. I just saw Metal Gear Solid for a second and I'm like, uh-oh. Okay. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna close it out with this, okay? What I originally had up this whole time. I do apologize. Let me refresh it first. Okay, so we got 14K votes now on my poll. Let me bring it up for you guys to see before I end this stream. Okay, so 14K votes 7 hours ago. How would you grade Xbox's E3 2021 showcase? 13% of my audience gave it an A. 44% with the most amount of votes give it a B, which, you know what? Even for my dude, you know, we get talked about all the time. Oh, we're so toxic. We're just radical PlayStation fanboys here. To me, it doesn't seem like a poll like this would be sitting at 44% with a B if we were all just Xbox haters, right? So surprised to see that. Like I thought maybe it was going to be a C. 29% gave it a C, so that's in second place, and only 13% gave it a D. So very interesting. Now let's go read some of the comments before we close out the stream. Give you guys some of the spotlight here. Matt Talks Tech. Apparently he's a verified channel. He says in the last, say, 10 years, it was definitely the best they have done. Fingers crossed they finally keep on this track as it's a good start to a hopeful future. So, okay, yeah, I agree with that. I think that that's actually summed up really well. We can end this on a more positive note for as crazy as this stream was. You know, it seems like that's an angle that a lot of people feel with Xbox's event, is that this is like the first real step. You know, like this is okay. Like we can get excited and maybe not be let down. You know, this is going to be exciting. We have Mega Nightmare saying, I give it a B, even though I didn't like most of the games shown. There were only about 3 games I'm interested in that were shown, but considering the fact that they showed a variety of games and gameplay for some is a plus. We have Jay Flynn with 58 upvotes saying, still lacking that special magic. Horizon 5 graphics, though, simply stunning, and it goes to show the potential of these monster consoles. So I like this a lot, because this pretty much sums up how I feel as well, as I've been saying. Horizon 5 was a looker, definitely stunning, but it was lacking that magic, you know, that special something that you would hope to get at an event like this. So I agree with that. Lita Gaming says, was good overall, but Forza blew me away, looked nuts. Dan says, not gonna lie, this was probably Xbox's best event in years, although that's not saying a lot. So basically a backhanded compliment. We have Jeffrey saying, it was a solid B for me. There were a few games that interested me, Stalker 2, Back 4 Blood, and Forza Horizon 5, which looked amazing. Other than that, without gameplay from Starfield and the Halo Infinite campaign, which is what everyone wanted to see, everything else was just indie, AA, or old Bethesda games coming to Game Pass. Forza Horizon 5 saved the show from getting a C grade for me. So, interesting. Kevin with 68 upvotes saying B. It was better than most events they showed prior, so pretty simple explanation there. We have a Yormum, not considering how little they have shown in the last years, and only just a showcase. It's a strong B+, A-. Still crazy how little they have actually done in the last decade. Pennywise, the Dancing Clown says, when you accept mediocrity, you keep receiving mediocrity. That being said, Xbox should have had shows like this for the last 8 years. Unfortunately, the wait It's unfortunate the wait was this long. Nothing is worth it says, honestly, it was a C or D tier for me. None of the games they showed excited me. However, because of how awful all the other shows have been, I voted for B. I want them to do better because I have a good PC and I want to play some of their games if they ever make one that catches my eye. So it seems like the general sentiment here from what you guys are saying is that, it's been quite some time since Xbox has actually done anything decent, and it's nice to finally see them do it. So it's almost like, yes, like, okay, we'll take it. We will take it. DeQuain says no Hellblade or Perfect Dark, so no way it could be anything higher than a C. Benjamin says B, there is a good variety of AAA and indie in many genres. All of it looked pretty good. For me, the real standout was Stalker 2. Really, the only things I can complain about are Halo getting a battle pass and how pathetic the Starfield trailer was. It was the most generic space game trailer I've seen, honestly. I don't feel that I learned anything about the game at all from it. So I actually agree with that. I would have liked to have seen, as I said, gameplay. I really would have. Let me see. It was a 6 out of 10 at best. I don't want to dislike that. Just another Halo and Forza E3. Last year's E3 had more talk about and to be excited for. This show will be a fart in the wind. Easily forgotten. I guess 6 out of 10 isn't too bad if you consider a show a fart in the wind, or that will be a fart in the wind. Damn, if the showcase is getting a B, PlayStation must be S tier, LOL. Or the people saying, out of all this trash conference, Xbox has to be... Xbox has had this was the best one, which I will somewhat agree with. So yeah, I mean, it kind of goes on here, and you get the general idea. So yeah, we're sitting at a B tier, which I gotta say, like, it must have been a pretty good show. So I'm not sure what Sorix Cloud means here, if he means like everybody acting like a fanboy PlayStation or Xbox, but he's saying it was definitely C. So yeah, this seems to be the general consensus, guys, is let me read this one too. This one looks pretty well thought out. And it has quite a bit of upvotes. So the Senin Gamer says a clear C showcase, barely anything that was new IP. Most games we saw multiple times. There was nothing that would convince me to pay $500 and $16 monthly to play. Still shocked that the gaming media is praising Microsoft and saying stuff like it finally pays off to wait for what game. There's nothing exclusive that screams you have to play me. Most Bethesda games are plagued with bugs. Atomic Heart, I think that's what it's called, and Replaced were the only two good games that were somewhat decent, and the only unexpected games. The rest was CGI, or games we already saw. So yeah, a little bit more unhappy there, I guess. But yeah, there you go. Those are pretty much the results for my poll. Obviously, the caffeine has left my body, and I'm starting to crash a little bit. I'm sure you guys can tell that, but not bad, huh? Not bad. What's that? Almost 2.5 hours. So basically, it was a podcast. I didn't do a podcast this week, but I think that this pretty much makes up for that in the stream we got yesterday as well. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got, guys. I think that's pretty much all I have for this stream. So first of all, you guys are awesome because we hit 1,000 likes. We did it. We actually did it. So I really appreciate you guys showing up in force here. I want to give a quick shout out before I head out for the day. So first of all, shout out to all of you guys who hung out with me here today and watched me lose my mind live on camera. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I had some fun. I definitely enjoyed this. And I'm going to be interested to see... Oh, I think I missed one super chat, by the way. No, I didn't. Okay, good. I think I've got all the super chats. It's going to be very interesting to see how the conversation continues to unfold in the coming weeks. For the remainder of the week, I don't know if I'm going to be doing any more streams. Maybe I will. It really depends. But I will definitely be doing some regular content. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream Ratchet and Clank or not. The only reason I haven't played it yet is because I feel like if I'm going to stream it, I have to make it like my first playthrough, right? But I'm thinking I might just play it. By the way, really quick, before I go here, so speaking about that event that's rumored for July 8th, that's on a Saturday. So, wait, no, that's not. I'm looking at May. That's on a Thursday, which makes a lot of sense. So I just wanted to point that out for anybody who is thinking maybe, maybe it's if you want to believe it, it does line up with a time, that being a Thursday, when Sony is likely to do an event. So not only that, but June 8th or July 8th would actually be far enough removed from the Xbox hype and whatnot that everything would have died down. And then it's Sony's time to like capture the spotlight entirely. Devakin, you're asking, did I see the Jeff Keighley poll? I did. I think last I checked, it was at 50,000 votes and it was sitting at an A. So people really enjoyed it, man. People really enjoyed Xbox's show. Just because I have my own personal problems with it doesn't mean it can't be an A in the eyes of many people, right? So, but yeah, big shout out to you guys. If you could do me, a favor, hit the like button on your way out. I do have that new merch. I noticed some people were definitely buying some Rant Juice mugs, which I definitely appreciate. The banner you see behind me, that's actually designed as well. Inspired by God of War, obviously. So that's in my merch shop. All that stuff. You can support me that way. Huge shout out to my members. You guys are awesome. I apologize I wasn't able to do a member credits roll this week, but still appreciate you guys. And everybody who super chatted and donate super chats definitely goes a long way, honestly, in keeping this channel flowing as smoothly as it does. JDTV, you're saying, is Battlefield 2042 a day one purchase for you? Most likely. I'm a big Battlefield fan, so I'm a sucker for Battlefield games. So yeah, I'm probably gonna buy it and play it. I wasn't a big fan of 5 though, but I'm liking what I'm seeing of it so far. So probably I'll be okay without a campaign in a Battlefield game. So all right, guys, yeah. I keep feeling like there's something I'm supposed to say, and I'm forgetting to say it. But yeah, all right, guys, that's gonna do it for the stream. I will catch you guys tomorrow, probably with a regular video. I'm probably gonna go play some Ratchet and Clank now for the first time. Appreciate you guys. I will catch you all next time. Until next time, take care, guys.